Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back from the sidelines, back again another Tuesday night. As always, we got a full event in our rear view mirror that we got to talk about. A lot of exciting things to jump on into, so let's get into it quickly. I got to bring in my co-host, the man, the myth, the mustache, Stephen Hatch. What's going on, my guy?
Man, we're back. Another event down in the books, dude. Add another tally to the roster, and man, does it feel good to be back. So I'm excited to get into this episode.
Some would say it feels good to be home, but this man feels good on an X-Ball field. Our other co-host, he's always here on the show, been with us since episode 20. Congratulations, man. You're well over 100 now, so you're part of the crew. Brando Baird, how you doing, buddy?
I'm finally accepted. I truly feel like one of you now.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
And that's all of our Patreon members as well. Yeah, how you doing, Brando?
Yeah, we're good. It's get my voice back from this past weekend, and yeah, just, you guys know how it is. It's just back to reality. Fuck.
Definitely.
Did you have a vacation last weekend or something? Did you go somewhere?
Oh, a quick trip. Yeah, just
okay.
something.
That's cool. Did you kick your feet up, relax a little bit?
Oh, absolutely not.
No? Oh, damn. That's cool. Yeah, well, maybe we'll talk about that a little later on, your vacation.
We'll see if we have time for it.
Before we get into Brando's mystery vacation, I didn't know he ended up taking last week, we got to talk about our sponsors, guys. That's going to be Liquid IV right up front, first out of the gate, as always. The superior hydration multiplier. We use it on the show, whether we're at the field, whether we're at our homes because we're dehydrated severely. It's great. They've got a lot of awesome different flavors, formulas. They've immune support booster, an energy booster. They've got the sugar-free formula, the sugar version as well. Tons of different flavors of all those options I just mentioned. So head on over to liquidiv.com. Use promo code Mafia_Moffitt. Save 20% off and get free shipping at checkout. Let's keep it moving, boys. NECTR Energy. They're going to be next up. NECTR.energy. That was a nice little catch and grab there, but it wasn't on camera. NECTR.energy. That's where you're going to head over to get some more information about the awesome little energy pouch. I'll show it off at the top of the show. It looks very similar to like a Zyn, maybe a tobacco pouch, something of that, but the big difference is there's no nicotine or tobacco in this product. It is just caffeine and a neurotropic, so it's going to get you pepped up, focused up, and ready to go, whatever the task at hand is. Great guys behind the company over there. They do a lot of cool things in the sport of paintball and sponsor not only us but a couple other awesome shows as well, so we appreciate them. Head on over. Use promo code MafiaProductions, all one word, MafiaProductions over there. Gonna buy two get one free. Throw 3 cans in your cart and you're gonna be getting one for free. Thank you to our boys over at NECTR.energy. We appreciate the support. Heading up, the last one on the list, Welts Clothing, weltsclothing.com. Head on over to weltsclothing.com. Use promo code FTS. Save yourself some money at checkout when you're checking out all of the limited edition merch that comes out every first Wednesday of the month, which is Welts Wednesday. They also have other options that are available all around the year. We got some hats, some jerseys, some undershirts, some sweatshirts, some I already said jerseys, just a whole bunch of different stuff that they have up there listed on the site. You never know what's going to be up there, and as we said, first Wednesday of every month they're going to drop something else, so make sure you go over there, check out weltsclothing.com, see what they got up for store today, and grab yourself something nice. Use promo code FTS at checkout. All right, boys, well, let's not make our audience wait any longer. Let's get into the Tampa Bay Open, the the opening event of the season. Man, can we talk about the venue first and foremost? Going into this for our fans, this is one of the first NXLs that I've had to, opening NXLs I've had to miss in quite a long time. We'll get into the reasons why later on in the show. But, Hatch, you guys were out there. All the pictures I saw made me so jealous. It looked amazing, having the Raymond James Stadium in the background. NXL, the Go Sports stream, that was looking great all week. I mean, how was it boots on the ground perspective?
Okay, boots on the ground perspective. The venue, sick. The all-around atmosphere of it, awesome. One critique, the grass.
I don't really see any grass. The pro field.
Yeah, it kind of got shredded after like a day.
Yeah, the pro field definitely looks like dirt after maybe about halfway through day one. So I was like, okay, I'm imagining the other fields are worse because the pro field usually always gets the best treatment.
100%. But overall, dude, it was great. The atmosphere of the NXL was honestly electric. This event, it felt like a little bit of a smaller venue, so everything was a little bit more condensed.
A little tighter in than like World Cup per se.
Definitely. And it felt like there were so many people because it was so crowded, if you will. It really felt like it was like you're going to like a stadium to and there's just like you got to wait in lines for everything. It just felt really like
that's
like
kind of funny because it's like, yeah, that's what we should tell Tom to do. Make all our events smaller so that way we're all just more crowded on top of each other so it feels more electric. But we would all hate that. So it's like maybe we just need to find a happy medium, not the 7-mile layout that we have at World Cup, which takes 20 minutes to walk from the divisional fields to the pro fields. But maybe something a little smaller. That might be helpful.
Absolutely. Or maybe like
more parking.
Like
That'd be great too.
2 entrances. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool.
No, because people got to walk through the vendor alley because they paid a lot of money for their sponsor pass each year. So we got to make sure that, people have the chance to buy their new product from them.
I never really looked at it like that.
He said sarcastically.
And I'm like, damn, that's absolutely accurate.
That's why it's set up like that, right?
I do now.
I hope you guys also know I'm about to be going a lot more harder in the paint. So, yeah, that's fun for me. But, yeah, that's how the NXL sets that up. It's to make their sponsors happy.
Yeah.
So good luck changing that.
The venue was sick because, like you said, the Buccaneers banner in the background, that was awesome.
Great focal point.
Yeah. Yeah. But the location of it was great.
Yeah, it was
way better than Atlantic City, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was such a cool backdrop, and it was. I don't think the pictures do it justice. It was pretty big. It was nice. Yeah, it was so nice. It was pretty big, and all the fields were pretty flat. Honestly,
definitely
you'd hit
100%.
Some division fields at other events, and this one has big ass divots. A lot of the semi-pro, the premier fields, is on a hill. We practiced on one and played on 3 other fields. Every single one was flat.
I mean, you're also essentially in a parking lot, so it's been graded and leveled to make it a good parking lot. So that makes sense, and that's great.
For sure. If they had better grass, dude, that would have been a 10 out of 10 event.
It's Tampa Bay. There's not much great grass where it doesn't really grow down there. It's so wet.
I mean, honestly,
there were strip clubs everywhere. I was loving it.
Well, different type of grass, my bad.
Yeah, for sure. Bush, not grass, for sure.
Look, the venue was great. If that is really, honestly, the worst we could come up with, I mean, it wasn't like the first Philly event where it was just dirt. There was some little bit of grass, but it went away quickly. It really was a great venue and event. Yeah, that's the worst thing I feel like we could say about it, honestly.
Never forget the Cornfield Open, all right? I just want to say that. Just like we never forget 9/11, we never forget the Cornfield Open, okay?
Yeah, that was...
Where were you when Tom Cole didn't give us grass?
Yeah, dude, I was blessed to not go to that event, dude. Thank God.
Was I the only person in this call at that event?
I think so.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
These men don't know the horrors that we went through that weekend. They don't know when you would get to the start box and look around and only see nothing but dirt rows and little micro corns of cob. Verbal actually found a corn of cob that was tiny and took a photo of it. Ask him. There's evidence of this. So yeah, that's why it was nicknamed the Cornfield Open, and I will never not call anything else as the best name ever. Never forget. Tom Cole, we will never forget. But yeah, boys, so going back to Tampa, it's a lot better of a venue. It looked great. Awesome. Let's jump into how it played a little bit. Obviously, this layout was pretty quick.
Definitely.
There's a lot of points being scored.
Definitely. A lot of points being scored. And there were some times where it was 5 alive and you can kind of lock it up, because it all depended on the pace of the field, all depended on recognition, on where those center towers were looking. Right, that was the main thing. Is the first team to figure out where that person would be looking and applying that pressure, and you reverse it to the other side, that team usually won quicker, right? And but dude, it was a bloodbath all weekend. It was an insane amount of fun, playing every single team that we played.
Hold up. You're one of the only people I know who's gonna be like, yeah, man, it was a bloodbath. Fucking people were dying left and right. I didn't know if I was gonna make it out. It was a blast. I actually enjoyed it a lot, though. Dude, that was a change up I was not ready for. Okay.
the trenches of the paintball field are what I live in. You know.
Yeah, the Germans started using mustard gas, and you got excited, not scared.
Oh, dude.
Ooh-wee.
Playing on the box with Brando, there's
That's
some
a war
mustard
crime,
gas going
kids.
around. Let me just say, for sure.
God damn it! I thought we
Hey,
said no Chipotle before Vince.
No. Let me also just fucking say, I don't know if you remember how much I was talking about how much I trusted Brando when he on his countdown.
Oh.
Right?
He fuck you this weekend.
Yes, he fucking did.
Dude.
It was so bad.
All right, boys, air your grievances in this segment of Hash Out or Crash Out. All right, so Hatch, what is your grievance with Brando?
Right, so we're playing, right? And then the clock's frozen. And then all of a sudden Brando's like, oh shit, the clock's rolling. 5, 4, and I go, oh shit. And I touch up to the box really quick, and then he goes, go! And then I just start going out and shooting, but I see the other team not doing shit. And I'm like, okay. And then they made us restart. Thank God they made us restart the whole point. You know, that was a blessing in our favor. For
Yeah,
sure.
Okay,
so-
Brandon,
all
rebuttal. Hash out or crash out? Hash it out.
Okay. All right. So I remember counting, like saying, hey, 20 seconds. And then like we're talking, and then I hear 10 seconds. And the field that we were playing on, it was quieter than the premier field.
Definitely, for sure.
It was against Tiki's, our second game on Friday. It was so much quieter. And we're on the far side. I hear 10. And I was like, oh, hey, 10 seconds. And I'm counting the beeps. 8, 7, 6. And even the refs behind us, like on our side, put up their arms. Yep. Put up their arms. And I'm like, 5, 3, 2, 1. And I put my gun back, and Hatch goes down. Everyone in our box gets ready. And I see one of their guys on the Dorito side get low. And go! You know, I pull up and I start shooting, and only one runs, and he stops really quick, and no one else moves. I was like, uh-oh, that's not good. And, yeah, all the refs one started pulling everyone, and then the head
I
ref
got
was
pulled
like,
for sure.
yeah, the head ref was like, whoa, let's just restart. Let's just restart it all. Because, again, it wasn't just us. It was even our refs on our side. We're confused. So,
Yeah.
you know.
They definitely pulled me because I broke out and I saw them at the box and I'm like, you motherfucker! I'm just like,
Yeah, how
shooting
many-
it all at them.
You know, I was literally just thinking, I was like, okay, how many times do those kids get shot standing on the box?
You know, enough to like be like, they're standing there and they're like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. And then they're like, thank God.
Looking like bees are
They
attacking
were,
them.
yeah, literally. Thank God they let us restart the point and not just fucked us like that.
Yeah.
But, dude, it was bad. It was like 5 seconds. It was like 5 seconds until the actual buzzer went off.
Honestly, I don't even know if that was our 10 seconds.
I don't think it was.
I don't know.
But
I have no idea.
Do you guys
Yeah, that
have the
was-
big board still on the premier field, or are you guys back to
Yes.
the small
The
board?
big one, yes.
Nice. Okay, so it's a little easier to read at least the clock, but it can still be.
we weren't on the premier field
for that
one.
match. Yeah,
Oh,
that
okay,
was
yeah, you still
the
got
that was the
fucked.
shitty normal.
That was the
division
divisional
one where,
field.
dude. If there's any kind of glare against the net, you are
You can't
not
read
seeing
it.
the fucking score.
You couldn't
Half
see
the
it.
time,
No
the
way.
speaker is not in sync with what the buzzer is, and
Yeah.
it's bad.
Scoreboard's not working, but you know, we love the NXL.
This
right?
is why
So
you
what-
look at the ref and you just wait until his arms go down, and then you go.
even there. What the fuck? Even those refs were like,
Yeah,
yeah, the refs behind us were like, hell yeah, go. You know.
Well,
And,
then you point to him and said, "He told me to go." All right, it's not my
But
fault.
yeah, are we trying to go into detail about our matches, like in order? Is
Yeah,
that
you
what we're trying to
can.
go for?
Yeah, if
Okay,
you
hell
want
yeah.
to.
All right, so
I mean, it doesn't. We don't have to be here the next hour and a half talking about just your guys' matches.
No,
but
we're not
yeah,
gonna be.
we
We're not
can.
gonna be. Okay.
we
So
can get
first
into 'em.
match against KC Missouri All Stars. That was a fucking crazy ass match.
yeah, it was.
Yeah, for sure. That was on. That was
I
on
watched a
Premier
clip
Field, so go
from it.
check
I
that
got
one
a
out.
question for one of you two in a bit here, but go through it from your perspective first.
Okay, so
What?
definitely.
How was that confusing? I just said go through it from your perspective.
No, I thought you were gonna like explain the clip that you were talking about.
No, but I want to hear your side of the game first, and then I'll ask my question.
Right. So I would say it was very, very back and forth. Dude, tons of penalties.
Yeah.
On both sides. A lot of fucking loop-de-loos where guy would come onto our side, Brandon would run back, try to shoot him, shoots him like nail biter, like I don't even like you'd have to go to film for sure to see if he got shot first or buzzer, right? So then that whole debacle was going on, and then we got a swing point, then I got a penalty, fucking got wrecked. Then they came through, bucketed the fuck out of
Where
Brando.
are we at in the game at this point? So after you got a penalty, what's the score line?
After I got the penalty, that was where I thought it was like 4-3 us.
Okay.
It was really close. Yeah. It was a back and forth game. You know, maybe we went up 1, they went up 1, maybe 2, whatnot. We were back and forth. And then when we were up by 1, the point about having to go to film, that point put us up by 2. It ended up in a 2-on-1. Paul and I alive. We blew the snake open, and they blew the Dorito open, and like we're swinging the field around. Mm-hmm. And I just catch a glimpse of him running to our buzzer. I'm shooting back at him. Head ref sees a hit. He starts calling hit, or saying no, dirty hang when they hit the buzzer. So we watch the film back. He does get hit as he's like in motion to hit the buzzer. It's clear as day.
HK paint, baby.
HK.
Shit breaks every time.
Yeah, and that put us up by 2. I think the score was 6-4, and then the next point they just had a run at us, and we held off, scored that point, or they towed it 7-4, and then we ran the clock out after that. They tried to make the quick point. Right, shoot. No. Wait, sorry. After that 6-4, it was. I think that was when I got bunkered and they got the targeting.
That's what I was gonna say. Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask about. Because someone really didn't like you, Brandon. What the fuck did you do to the Missouri All-Stars, bro?
We were beating them.
Well, they are children, so that makes sense. But yeah, dog. I mean, he came around and just decided to put 12 into your neck real quick.
Neck would have been fine. It was back of my head.
Okay,
Jesus.
the video makes it look lower then, but yeah, that not fun. And what I love too is like he chose the wrong guy.
I'm like
if he's looking for like a fucking retaliation penalty or some shit, you chose the wrong guy. Like Brando's not gonna do anything.
For sure, you chose one of the nicest guys in the team.
I was like, he's gonna look at you confused, like what the fuck? Okay, but like he's not gonna raise
everybody
his gun
all the
and start
refs around are like,
or anything like that.
Why Brando? Fuck that,
exactly.
major.
Everyone loves Baird.
Yeah, what the hell? He's a nice guy. So
yeah,
that was when they got in their feels for sure. They're like, no, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Yeah,
we're definitely gonna lose the game, but I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
You know? So I
They
mean,
even make
when you
something?
play, yeah, they did.
they barely,
Okay.
narrowly.
I think
They were 12.
3 teams in our bracket went 3-1, right?
Yeah.
Damn,
no.
good bracket.
No. Only 2
sure?
teams.
Okay, I
Yep.
thought-
Positive.
3 moved on. Is that what you're saying? Or
3 moved on though.
yeah.
Yes.
I got you.
Gotcha. Okay, but
So
yeah. So the final score of that I think was what 7-4.
7-4. Yep.
That's a good one.
Yep. So and then our second match, Tiki's Totems, we go to the infamous field. That field was honestly not too bad, but I do remember going to it, walking it. The ground was so ripped up around that Dorito temple where, dude, it was like 6 inches deeper to where I couldn't even see over the temple on my tippy toes. It was so much deeper. Right? Just right? It's pretty crazy for me, right?
What? That's normal. That's normal.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's normal for
Fuckers,
us.
I can see over a can. Suck my dick. Like, what are you talking about? You can't see over a temple because it's in a divot?
Whoa.
Oh my god, you midgets. I work with dwarves. What's up, Gimli?
Whoa.
Sprouted up.
Sorry, I've been holding that one back for a little
You'll
bit.
still get snapped out. Oh, that, yeah. I got the low
100%.
angles.
Yeah, that's fair. There's a reason I hold a camera hatch. I'm not gonna get into an ego battle
No,
with you.
hey. Oh, I've seen you play some one-on-ones. Ain't too bad, right? Not too bad.
Hatch, you're
But
fucking murdering me and then putting 8 as I'm walking out in my back.
not even close. Whoa. I do not overshoot, bro. Let me just say.
No, but you do it to me just to be like,
refs say
fuck you,
otherwise.
man.
That ref was, dude. That ref has a fucking problem with me. Let me
We'll
just
get to
say.
it.
Is
We'll
that
get to
the
it.
next game or is that later on down the road?
Later on.
It's the next
Later
one.
on,
Right. So
alright.
the Tiki's Totem game is like, this one's really back and forth. And dude, those guys are good teams. Those guys are definitely strong on their guns, without a doubt. It was definitely probably more of an attack on the snake side for sure, because I felt like their whole lanes were a lot towards the Dorito side. They would use that snake side tower and shoot towards the Dorito side a ton. Like that guy would sit like a foot off
Yeah.
and just pump that gap on the Dorito side.
So I feel like, audience, you need to be watching this podcast on video, because I swear to God, I'm seeing Hatch relive the moments in his head. Like he'll look, obviously, like we know where his monitor's at, but he'll like look above him, like up and off to the right, like he's like, oh yeah, back in the war, like what did happen at that point in time, and I love it, man. It's pulling me in. So yeah, you look like a non-veteran right now with your headband, your long hair,
Thank you.
the
Fucking
wild
Rambo
look in your
style,
eye.
right? 'Cause I remember there were multiple times where I couldn't take the bites. The way how I would have to take it is I would have to go out into the open, like, then fight him, right? Like, see where his paint's coming from,
kind of
like,
edge
get right in
it,
front
and
of
then
it. Yep.
try to,
and then, like, put him in for a second, jump, right? That was constantly how that game was for me on the Dorito side.
I will say that's one of my, like, I love watching that move when you get a great video of someone like going to the edge of a lane, kind of battling them for a second, getting dominance, and then making that move right away. Oh, bro, it is so satisfying when you get that whole thing in like crystal clear
100%.
footage.
And those guys, we had to play like that against those guys because they were playing that middle very,
High
very
level
strong.
read.
100%. And those guys are great. Those guys are great ballers. Some of those guys, they have really athletic front guys, not so athletic threes to the look of it, but they're very, very strong on their guns. Like, those guys are incredible gunfighters for sure, right? And that's how you kind of like make up for it if you're a little bit of a bigger guy. Like, dude, if you can shoot a lane and snap a guy out, bro, you can be any size.
We don't have the dollhouse anymore, but we still got fucking towers, all right? So there's rooms for you on the field, big boys.
Yep. So that
You guys remember the dollhouse?
after Brando fucks me over with the go, and I'm like,
a
what the
huge
hell,
bunker.
dude? Right? I like right after that, we get back to the pit. I go, I trusted you, motherfucker.
Yeah,
I
was like,
trusted
my
you.
bad.
You know.
My bad.
And so now I'm like, all right, Polyclava, you're calling it. You know. And Polyclava, by the way, if anybody doesn't know, Paul Stoller is my absolute monster of a teammate. Like,
You've been calling him that for so long. I feel like, yeah, there probably is audience members who are like, okay, some guy named Paul. Don't know who.
yeah, so Paul Stollard, he is an absolute monster gunfighter, huge voice on our team. You know, there were constantly times where me, him, and Brando would pull off a 3-on-5. Like, it happened a ton of
Paul's
times.
a damn good paintball player. Gotta give him that.
Yes, he is.
1000%. And right, he was the glue where
His
the
comms
team
will
is
make him
winning
really
for
good.
sure.
Like, he's got
And,
a
you
good
know,
shot. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's bad in any way in that fact, but his comms are very high level.
Yeah,
very,
and
very high level.
But we were putting him up in that tower on that snake side because he was so tall.
Get a better
so he could
angle on
shoot
the
down.
snake shot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of sucked not having him behind us, but he connected the field so well, and he was playing that middle so well. God,
For sure. And it got to the point to where as long as I can hear him, I know I'm safe.
That's what a good
Right.
3 does. Like, people
100%.
underestimate how valuable that is. And yeah, maybe he wasn't playing like the 3 role on this layout, but he was still like using that skill set in the spot he was in.
100%. And you don't even have to be just yelling random shit, right? He just had, like,
It's not
you just have
yelling
to be
random shit
the
though.
you just have
That's
to be
what it
yelling
is,
the
like,
important
yeah.
stuff, right? To where sometimes don't cloud up the airways with just fucking yelling snake, 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 back right, like just yelling the same thing, right? It got to the point
Unless-
where sometimes when it gets quiet, where I'm like, hey, Paulie, what do you got? And then he just instantly responds, just like how his job should be.
The only time you want to just start yelling shit is if your boy's going to run down the last player alive and you're about to win World Cup. Then you could just start yelling yes at the top of your fucking lungs, and
Facts.
it doesn't matter at all. So yeah, you know, that's the only case that I can think of in the recent history. You know, so
Facts, for sure. Shout out to Colt, right? Absolute beast. But
we'll
Polyclava
talk
is
about
a-
fit
is-
later on. I know people probably want to
Yeah.
hear our takes on that. They want to hear us go off about the boys, but yeah, we'll get through DMG stuff first.
Called it again. Once again, light work.
Did you call this event? I think you said one this year, which is true, but I don't know if you called this event.
No, I remember when we were at practice. I was watching them. We were watching them practice. And I lean over to everybody. I'm like, dude, PB Fit's fucking winning that shit. And then
he did say
Like, Colt
that.
snapped
Then
his leg.
Yeah,
dude, literally fucking
Yeah,
like 30
yeah.
seconds
God
later, I go,
damn it! You
I go,
fucking caused this
holy
one.
fucking
Hatch killed
shit.
Jimmy Carter, and he broke Colt's knee. Boom, we're
No,
shipping it.
because PB Fit is practicing right right behind us on the field behind us. So I jump back in time real quick. Storytelling. So we practice. They're right behind us, and I obviously see them, and I'm like, oh shit, is that Colt the Cow? I'm a bigger fucking fan, you know. And then after they're done with their practice lot, they come over onto our field, right, talking to us, chit chatting it up, and it was a good ass time picking his brain about the field. You know, Colt obviously is a very high IQ paintball player, and you know, he was telling me, he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm feeling good this event," you know. And then we go back, we finish our practice slot, we're getting de-geared, and dude, maybe the 4th point into the practice, Colt makes a rundown, like a rundown is commencing, and then I think he has like some bad footing and tweaks something for sure, and he was on the ground for a while, and I was like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah,
I
he
heard
was
it
screaming.
I heard it through telephone, but the way he put it is, he pushed off the box and felt something small kind of pop, and then he's like, okay, like I can still move, so it's not that bad, and gets out of his bunker. He's playing for a bit, and then that rundown goes, so he runs down, and then he like goes to cut back inside, and that's when like he feels this huge pop, and like he fell over and was like, fuck, I'm down. So yeah, probably tore something. I mean, a guy like Colt, even if he strained it badly, he probably could, limp on that off the field, and it hurt like fuck. But yeah, I mean, the only other time I've seen a man of that toughness put on their ass, it was Jordan, and that was when he tore his MCL, ACL, one of the two,
something like that.
So yeah, it's not a fucking fun injury to go through.
Absolutely. So we're sending positive vibes to Colt. Hopefully he gets a speedy recovery, because dude, that was insane to watch, like with my own eyes, right? But okay, jumping forward in time, going to our third match.
Wait, hold on.
Whoa, yeah.
Hold on. Let's finish the Tikis. Right,
Okay,
it was a back and forth game.
Yep. Okay.
And we were down by 1 with like just over or under a minute left.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, fuck it, let's go for the tie. Like, we got to get in overtime. We had it was like, call it 50 seconds. We had enough time that we don't have to run into their guns. We could work it, but
we got to go quick.
We got to go quick, exactly. So chaos sets in. We send like a couple people up the middle. Hatch blows down the Dorito side. I follow him up, and all of a sudden, like it was, this field was so fucking chaotic. You just gotta play paintball. It all instinct. You gotta see once the chaos settles.
Yep. When you see a body walk off, it's like, oh shit, I hope that's from my side. Gotta go.
Yeah, and I remember I got to their side of the field, and I see Paul in the center shooting at someone, and then I see the snake. Snake shoots at me. I see their temple. I shoot their temple, and now it's like, I thought it was a 2-on-1, and I can't see. How Hatch said, like, there's a glare and everything. I couldn't see the clock, but I knew I couldn't stop. So ended up like Paul got shot. I shot the snake, and as soon as I shot the snake, I was in their Dorito 2, I think. The game ends. I was like, fuck.
Yeah,
so,
if we had like 7 more seconds, we for sure would have tied that up.
Wait, so yeah. Brandon, did you die, or were you alive in your bunker at the end of regulation time, down by 1?
I would say it's in between.
I was alive on their side of the field, ready to go hit the buzzer.
Okay, you committed the cardinal sin of paintball, as my boy Matty Marshall would say. So you know what, Brandon? Fuck yourself. I love how he just stole that from the baseball quote, where it's like dying on third is the second or the third out, and then, or dying on third, being out at third to lose a game or something. There's some weird bullshit baseball metaphor I can't think of right now that's the same exact thing. That's where most of his metaphors come from, is baseball, but we still love him. Matty did great all weekend. I also want to give a shout out to Mike Jeffries, who joined him in the booth the whole entire weekend. I thought he was a great color commentator. He kind of bounced well off Matty in the booth, and yeah, they had some good moments back and forth up there.
Is he Mike Jeffrey? Is he black?
No, I think he was Revo's coach last year.
Oh, that guy. Well, you said color commentator, so I was like, that's a weird way to say he's black.
No, so a color commentator is a position in a sports commentary booth, Brandon. There's a play-by-play guy and a color man, so usually called the color commentator. And and yeah, so yeah,
I learn stuff every day.
Yeah, that and the aughts, they're both real things. Fuck both of you guys. One other thing before we move on to your guys' third game. Speaking of last second rundowns at this event, I gotta call out my favorite one, which was the Avocado boys leading each other to victory. The only thing that would have made that better if fucking who was leading it? It was Can't think of his fucking name right now. Harrison. If Harrison literally was holding Joe's hand, that would have been the only thing making it better. But yeah, seeing those two boys have a last second, point to some dynasty magic sprinkled in there, was great. I love that moment for those two. I know Joe was freaking out.
Send. Yeah, full sends only. He felt, dude.
There's no way he wasn't full sending. He's wearing the dragon.
Exactly right. He is feeling that dynasty dragon magic right there. He's like, fuck it, boys. If we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it stylish, right? Just like the way Ryan likes to do it. That would have been fucking insane. Holy shit.
That would have been like, yes, Joe, but no, we need you. Don't do that. But yeah, that was a great moment. I was happy to see those two boys. And then Harrison's fucking dude, he pulled out the trap, bro. It's all the practices in Capital Edge. He watched how trap does it. Fucking hitting the side gangster gout on him. It was great. Great moment during the event. Love to watch it. Let's jump back in time a little bit to your boys' third game on Saturday. Yeah. Keep it going.
We are playing Project X All Stars. Right, Brando?
Yes, yep. A team from Puerto Rico.
Okay, that makes more sense. I was just going to say, what is that name? But you guys answered it with the second part of that answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, right. So
Latin American teams. God damn it.
That was they're a solid team, right? I just think that I just would just say they weren't predicting a lot of our moves as it was happening, right? Or like they would realize that we're in the spots way too late, right?
Yeah.
And we kind of ran away with that game a little bit. I'm pretty sure we ended up hitting that mercy.
5-0.
Yeah, 5-0.
I don't think we hit a buzzer at all.
Love to hear it.
Yeah, we literally didn't hit a single buzzer.
They toweled every
Wait, they toweled
point.
the fifth point too?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Gonna send up a prayer for those boys real quick. Whoever their coach is needs some help.
Let me also say, one thing is that I want to talk about this moment specifically. This is when the last 2 points, me, Brando, and Paul pull off some crazy shit, like some 3-on-5, because they're obviously running at us, right? And then we're going to the box, we're sitting on the box, milking the time, and Paul stalled.
No.
What?
That's the last game.
Are you okay? Then he did it twice. Then you got.
Dude,
I got
you even in these games, bro? Jesus Christ, man, your memory is not great.
He said it twice for me.
No.
This is why we have the surgeon on the show. I trust his input more. I'm gonna be honest.
The instant that you're talking about was our last prelim game, because they weren't going to towel it. We slow walked over there, but I remember them our third game toweling, because VG got it on video. It was just Paul and I left alive. At the end.
Oh, I remember I bunkered a guy. I bunkered two, got trade, and then you guys went in. I for sure remember that.
Yeah. So
love to hear that. Shout out our boy VG, our Colombian brethren.
VG.
Yeah, miss you, VG.
Love seeing that guy.
But yeah, we mercied them 5-0. That put us with 2 wins and 1 loss, going into our fourth match, and playing NYX, the semi-pro, and New York Extreme guys.
What roster is that? Because I saw you guys were playing them, and I was looking through the roster, and I didn't recognize any names.
So if I am correct, I think that's Infectious. I think that's New York Infectious.
Yep. Okay.
Like, just under the label of NYX.
Although there is an NYX in the league.
But they were still like NYX themed, right? They looked exactly like the same fucking logo. It just said Infectious,
Yeah, last year. And we played them in Vegas last year, and we beat them.
Oh, I remember this team. Okay, yeah. I think they were a divisional team or some association with NYX. And okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah, so maybe like a cousin team of it, like NYX, a feeder team, just like how we were to the pro team back in the day.
Yeah, and honestly, they were looking really solid.
Definitely,
I think they were rolling their guns. They had really good communication, and they weren't afraid to take bites.
For sure.
But they weren't just running into guns either. So, yeah, we started off that game really good. At this point, our game plan was we were slow rolling. It was hard to get out wide, playing the pocket, rolling our guns, talking, and everyone was firing on all cylinders. It felt so good.
For sure. Everybody's survivability was very, very good.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. We were We weren't dying out of with dumb gunfights. Like we were calling help. We were playing fucking semi-pro paintball.
Yep, and it was like a lot of it was if I ever asked for help, Brandon would be like, "You're good. Paul has it." You know, he's feeding me that information where obviously I can't see where he is on the field. Brando can, and he's reassuring me, right? And that's just like the echo of
It's that meme I sent you guys, the fucking reel of like, your Dorito player on this layout. I can't see shit. Matter of fact, I'm blind in my left eye. I can't see you right now. Like, that's, dude, you can't see shit.
I'm shooting a fucking tiny cut, and they're shooting the tiny cut back at me, right? So it's definitely, I mean, I can't see them heads up. I can see a small gap into the Dorito and over the top of their bunker, right? And the inside. So at that point, that's all we're fighting out of. So there were times where they would try to double team it, and I would cry for help, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, boy? I need some help."
Cry for help. There's two guns on me. That means they're not shooting one of you fucks. Please do something.
Yep, and Brando hits me with the reassurance, and then eventually we would slow the game down to where
reassurance. Yeah, is that needed a lot in your guys' relationship, Brandon?
Layout dependent.
Sometimes he's just really needy. He really needs you to just let him know, hey, I got you. You're good.
Let me tell you, 90% of points, I was an island.
Yes.
90% of points, I was the island.
Yeah,
like, dude,
I mean,
I was watching some of our footage. We got 4 dudes on the snake side, and I'm like just chilling over there on the Dorito side, fighting for my life.
Yep.
Dude, and I mean I hate to say it, but that's kind of how you won on this layout. We saw it with Fit. A lot of their points came down to Xavi just being alone by himself in the Doritos. And it's like, okay, man, we're going to work on this thing. Make some shit happen for yourself. It's just you, bro. Good luck.
Yep.
So, yeah, it definitely, like, you could pick on the people on the D side a bit, whittle down numbers, and then it seemed a lot of teams wanted to kind of close through the snake side.
For sure, right? And
if they didn't already blow the Doritos wide open, because there was a lot of quick points kind of won through that route too.
100%.
Yeah.
If you were not shooting for it, I was getting.
They're coming
for sure. Right.
I was in your throat.
I felt like I was genuinely. I was like, there were times where if that paint was not right there, being flooded, I'm taking that gap.
Just pulling the LaSoya, bro.
You know.
Yeah. There was times where I see hat. It just isn't a Dorito push play. It's a hey, we're gonna hold the Doritos, stay alive, hatch.
It's like, what
dude,
the fuck,
dude,
bro?
he's instantly up there. I'm like, I gotta catch up to him. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I gotta get through 2 lanes now because he's there.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Because after the first day in our team meeting, I was like, all right.
Just imagine
all right,
fucking Hatch runs up there, and then Brando's like, fuck, I'm coming, buddy.
Yeah. Because Brando has such good instincts where it's like either go up the middle, right, help me out, cut off the Dorito side to where I can just kind of work my magic, do my thing, right, fight the middle guys, and then eventually end up in the 50, right? Because with Brando shutting it down, no one could get close to me.
Dude, speaking of doing jobs, shout out to Verbal posting the reel of Cyrus off the prank. I love the caption on it was just a Psy guy doing his job, and his job was just come up, shoot that snake cut. If no one fills out, you get to shoot that snake cut until either someone fills out or you get a kill there. And it was like, yep, that's what he's about to do for the next 4.5 minutes of this point. So,
yep,
good job, brother. And yeah, that's what this layout needed. You needed to hold the snake, and that's
straight.
100%.
Sometimes that's what your job is, fam. To just put 8 pods on a lane.
Yeah, and this last match, so in the team meeting, I asked our coach, I was like, "Yo, how are you liking the play? Like, do you want me to slow it down more? Do you want me to, like, when I see it, take it immediately? Like, I'll obviously a lot of the plays that revolve around me as being the island." And he was like, "You know what? That next day, feel it. Like, do what you feel." So, dude, I was fucking running down that side, the next day, and then our 4th match, against Infectious. Dude, gnarly overshooting penalty. I don't know how the fuck I got one, bro. It's fucking insane.
Brandon,
I see this guy
did he just say what I think Hatch got an overshooting penalty?
He did, but
dude, it was crazy, bro.
It was ridiculous.
Bro. Holy shit!
It was ridiculous,
dude. I literally
Brandon, you can send me the PayPal after the podcast. That'd be great.
No, dude, this was insane. I get up to the 50, like they're fucking annihilating this bounce shot on me, right? And so I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna hit that inside crawl route to
their side of the little playground there. Yeah.
Yep. And I can just feel the fucking pain over my head, just going crazy. So I'm like, you know what? Let me play. I hear Brando saying, "Hatch, protect yourself. Hatch, protect yourself." So I'm like, oh, sweet beans. Let me, post up on the outside.
Set a trap.
right? Yep, set a trap. And then I'm like, I'm a greedler it. I'm like inching my way out a little bit more, like inching my way out. I go for it.
Don't be a greedler.
No, this is where like it kind of did, but did not pay off.
Greedlers become dialers, all right? This is
I
not
was
a
like,
good route to be.
So I go, I snap out. I can see through the tip of his bandana, right? And I can see it like bobbing up and forth because he's talking, right? And then I go, I shoot a little bit. I see 2 balls break off.
He's doing tricks on that thing.
And I'm like, get him out, right? And so I see the refs go, hit, and I'm like, oh, sweet, kill a Dorito. And I inch up a little bit more to cut it off from their next guy filling out. And then all of a sudden, I hear a ref behind me saying, none of that, and then throws a minor and then pulls Brando. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah. But he walked in to look at you first. So like as if he was checking you, because I see I'm in the Dorito 3 right behind Hatch, looking on the end, kind of like over him, looking towards the center, and I could see the ref walk in, look at Hatch, call him hit, throw the penalty, turn right at me, and pull me out. So I thought he was hit or something, and then when Hatch was like, they said it was overshooting, but I was like, I don't know how he shot like 4 or 5 balls that I heard. That was it.
Literally, and then literally 2 of them broke. I could literally only see like an inch of his head, and I shot 5 balls, maybe 2 of them broke, and hit him with the get out, inch my way up, and then I just got a minor penalty for overshooting. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is going on? Right? So, and
Divisional field refs, that's what's going on, brother.
That one was insane, not gonna lie. But
I will say that was one of my
relatively pretty good. That that head ref over there he's a
that's one of my favorite head refs.
He's a tall, bald guy, dude. He is a supreme ref. He knows how to make judgment calls quick on the fly. And dude, shout out to that guy. I don't know his name, but dude, he is a great head ref.
One of my favorite bits that kept coming up on the Go Sports commentary all weekend was apparently in the NXL rule book, there's only 6 pages that pertain to players. Mike Jeffries was about to read all 6 of those pages out live on Go Sports. And I kind of get why, because he was breaking down why everyone's like, just go read the rule book, because your thoughts on what the rules are probably aren't what they actually are. Apparently, did you guys know that a major penalty, it's not just if you shoot a body, it's if you pass 3 or 4 bunkers on your way. That could also be a major.
Even posting up.
Yep.
Posting
up some minor as well as
posting up some minor,
because you're pulling guns, you're pulling attention, you're affecting the game, right?
So like, how many divisional players listening to this right now thought that you could get a major without shooting a body? I guarantee you a lot of you probably didn't know that. Just saying.
Oh, so, dude, there was one point where, dude, even asking for a check, I got a minor. Like we lose our
because you're responsible as a player for knowing that you were hit.
Insane.
It's stupid. I kind of agree it's stupid, but
so
that is how the rule book reads.
I'm shooting. I get hit in the loader, so I tuck in and I'm like, check. Like, dude, I'm getting pinched like a bitch right now, right? You guys are really punking me out. And then I'm like, check. But I'm getting pinched, so I can't move, right? And the ref is like, hit, and then he calls me out, and then like a second later walks over to Marv, calls him out, and then throws the minor. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I'm asking for a check. But it's my responsibility to check myself right there and call myself out.
The only time you're allowed to have a check is if it's in a place where you as a player cannot visually look. So that's like top of your head, back of your pod pack, right back of your shoulder, something like that. Like, go read the rule book, kids, because I learned a lot this weekend, and I thought I knew paintball.
Definitely, they definitely seem to have reforged some of the rules this year. And dude, our teammate Marv is on top of it. The whole plane ride, he was reading the rule book.
Marv to go, King Cobra.
When it came to argument,
he points one out at me. I'm like, oh shit. Man, you're reading a rule book, okay?
Yeah. So without a doubt, when it came to calls, he was arguing that shit. And he was on it. He's like, dude, the rule book says this, and shout out to Marv for really studying up on it.
Yeah, Marv's the goat. All right, you guys. So that was where your prelim games. You guys want
to wait. Oh, wait, really quick. The now we can get to the point with us 3 at the box.
Yeah,
with Paul.
So this point is
go for it. Start getting into it.
We lose 2 relatively quick. It's like a long-ish point. It's Brando, Paul, and I against 5 of them, and it's like a longer point. Yeah. And we were, eventually just dwindling time down. They had to come at us, and we just had good setups to where we had each other's backs, and they just could not get to us, right? And eventually, when we dwindled the bodies down, we were attacking them, and that's how the field had to play out. Where if you sit on your guns and wait, you're going to lose, right? Getting into one of our later games, we're definitely going to be talking about that, like especially that instance. But it was a definitely an emotional moment, I would say, is we are walking up to the buzzer after winning these points, right? Long drawn out points. After we're done attacking them, me, Paulie, Brando are alive, right? So us three kill all 5 of them.
And this is going to be the mercy point.
This is going to be the mercy point. And then I run over and I run over to the box, and I'm just kind of like looking at my boys, like, all right, boys, come on over here and check my ass. And Brando comes over here and checks me, and then I hear Paul. He's like, wait, his big, deep voice. And he was like, all right, boys, feel it through your feet right here, right now. This can all disappear in an instant. Be grateful. Be where your feet are. And dude, I got goosebumps like talking about it. Like even talking about it. And
he told us to turn around, look at that. And it was the Raymond
Bucks.
James Stadium.
Yep.
He's like, take it in. Be here right now. Be in this moment. Like, we're doing this. We're moving on to Sunday. We did this.
Paul's good
We're about to
teammate.
mercy
Be
this
here.
team right now. Right.
Yeah.
So, and then went in, hit the buzzer, run back to the pits, and
No one hit a ye olde Kane impression? No one stunted on him?
Nope. But I did shoot some pods.
He did.
There you go. There you go. I knew there was something.
I'll admit that.
Instantly, Paul goes, "That's none of that."
I'm like, fuck.
Fucking Paul's over there like, I don't know, some sensei just like, be where your feet are, be mindful of the moment. And Hatch is just a fucking dick bag little kid shooting their pods.
Right. Paul is flow like water. Bro, I'm as thick as oil, right? My mindset is, right? So without Paul, no joke, Paul is keeping a ton of us grounded. He pulls us aside and he's like, I remember one of those matches, he's like, I want you guys to think about one person that you're grateful for right now, and let's go out and win this point. And that one, dude, I almost popped a tear for. Not even gonna lie, right? And I'll tell you exactly who I thought of. I thought of Paul right at that exact moment, because I'm like, dude, holy shit, I'm grateful to have a teammate that can snap me out of my blind rage. There's a paintball film where a player talks about he is his own worst enemy, and
yeah, we're gonna talk about that too at some point if we get through your guys' 6 games that you played. It has been 50 minutes. You guys told me it wouldn't be an hour and a half, and I've been sitting here patiently. So let's keep it going. Right? You guys had a great moment with Paul. I do love that though.
Yeah,
Shout
dude,
out,
it was genuinely emotional. Like
that was my favorite part of the weekend.
With me too, and dude, being there, feeling it through your feet. That's the only way I can describe it, right? And the way he says it. It was incredible. It was an incredible weekend, a huge learning experience. Our team truly did connect. And, I do genuinely feel like if we were to beat that team, we would have won.
Yeah. So, yes, we'll get to that. Yeah. Yep. So the speech, whatnot, we put the mercy point. We end up going 3-1. Move on to Sunday.
A lot better than 1-3, mind you.
Yeah, that's our best we've done.
Feels a lot better, right?
Yes. Oh, fuck yeah, it does. That's the best we've done coming out of the prelims. We were second in our division, or our bracket, I mean. And we played, on Sunday morning.
Demolition.
Texas Demolition.
Yep.
And
a die-sponsored team, mind you. So the implications are there. The implications
and let me tell you, this game was definitely way more emotional for me personally, because, dude, my former coach coaches them. Corey Field.
Yeah, and the implications.
Absolutely.
Of losing to a die-sponsored team. There might be implications.
100%, right?
I'm only referencing Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm not talking about any ongoing current legal cases that may or may not be coming to a settlement. I don't know. I'm not talking about any of those.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't even
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I knew.
Dennis episode. It's great.
I knew that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're playing Texas Demolition. Definitely a grinder for me for sure. I am like, holy shit, you know, this is my old coach. He knows how I play. How are they going to set it up, you know? And dude, that's a solid team for sure, right? It was back and forth in the beginning. Then we went on a run on the edge of a mercy, and then here they come. They were not fucking giving up. Which, how many times have we been on the edge of mercies and come back, you know, tied it up, right? So it's definitely possible. When you truly do feel that and you believe it in your team, you can do it. And they were feeling that, and they stole the momentum right out from under our feet. And if I'm being honest, we were playing slower. Not defense, but slower. And man, I fucking hated that shit, right? And so we get the score becomes 6-6. And then at this point, there's I think 28 seconds left.
Yep. 28.
Right? And I'm like, Chim, let me fucking send it, bro. This fucking boring shit. And he goes, send it. Right? And then I look back, we get to the box, I look back at Brando and I go, follow me the fuck up. And I fucking run to their fucking Dorito 2 off the break. As I'm running, I look up the middle, shoot their middle guy. I come down, I see their guy running to the Dorito, fucking smoke that guy, and then I get fucking torched, right? But opens up the entire game to where Brando can follow me up, you know? No one's looking at him. Paul's coming up the middle. Caden's in the 50 snake. We're hitting the impact ball, you know, the anaconda squeeze, as Nacho Libre would say. And
is that a quote? Does he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He does now.
Learn something new every day.
Let's go. But yeah, then we get the point, and dude, we probably had 5 seconds to spare because Paul had enough time to stop.
Three
clock.
seconds.
Yeah, he had
3 seconds because we met up at the box. I go wait, and we both look at the clock. We go 5, 4, hit it. Yeah.
Yep. So then we put the finishing point on Texas Demolition and not send it into overtime because we did not want to go there.
And I'm glad you guys didn't, because one of my least favorite metas that has formed at this event, and we can thank Dynasty for this one because they fucking started it, it's the meta of every team now deciding, hey, there's 3 seconds on the clock before overtime. Why don't we wait this 2 minutes for our X-Ball period, go out there, play a 3-second point that means nothing and no one's ever going to score in it, and then wait another fucking 2 minutes before we play the next point. Look, I get it. It's rest. You're playing 5 guys. 4 minutes of rest is better than 2. I understand. As a viewer, it is, oh my God, so annoying. Because you're just sitting there like, okay, so now it's going to be 5 minutes before anything of any relevance happens in this paintball match. Great, cool. I just get to sit here and, you know, listen to Maddie talk. It's not great for the viewing experience. I get why teams do it. So, like, I'm not hating it. I get the coaching aspect and why you would do that. But, hey, Jason, let's put the stop to that. If it's under 10 seconds, they should be able to play the point. Because if it's over, or I mean, even fucking 5, like, because if it's, you know, we've had some 7-second points, we've had some quick ones, but dude, no one is scoring a 3-second point.
No,
there's physically not enough time. And we saw a couple of those matches on the pro field this last weekend.
The quick points, yes,
yeah,
we did. But
I mean, shit, we were doing some of them.
Yeah. But yeah, we scored that last point, won our Ocho finals match, which then put us into the quarterfinals against TPP Crew, another team from Puerto Rico.
And what round was this? What did you just say?
This
there?
is Ochos.
We won in Ochos and we went to quarters.
Gotcha. All right, enough of that shit.
It's the first time DMG has made the quarterfinals since they won their pro spot in 2017. So yeah, that is an achievement. Okay, motherfucker, you can fucking look down your nose at it. But and actually, sorry, technically the 2019 DMG did make quarters too. But you guys get the point I'm making, okay? It's been a long ass time, so take some damn pride in that.
I do take pride in it, but it is not something that I like want to, you know, tip my hat to.
Yeah, you don't want to hang your hat on it.
Fair enough. You don't have to be happy, but at least be a little proud. Does that make sense?
The best we've done.
I'm okay with it as of right now. Am I satisfied? Not even close.
That's fine.
None of us are.
That's fine.
It's a stepping stone, though, right? It's like, all right, cool.
I just don't want my buddy Hatch to Kurt Cobain himself and fucking Michelangelo's ceiling because he goddamn lost in quarters. And it's like, no, this is improvement. This is good.
Absolutely, it's improvement. But it's, in my eyes, you know, disgusting. You know, it's like that's not what I'm here to do better than that. You know, and dude, after that fucking loss, dude, I crumbled, bro.
I'm just gonna say, when you use words like disgusting, that like it makes me feel like it breaks my heart, because like, dude, you guys are trying to do something that less than 200 people get to do every single year, and that's playing the pro division of paintball. It's fucking competitive. It is hard as goddamn fuck to do. Paintball Fit is a goddamn outlier. They were ready to fucking do that shit. So don't think like every team is gonna do that. Like, hell, look at last year's semi-pro finals. It was always up and down. There was new teams coming in the mix. And fuck, we kind of saw it too with like, you know, teams like Leverage coming into the pro finals, or the pro side. They got picked on a bit, you know. Those boys got some stuff to learn, and that's, you know, they probably know that too. So I'm not the first person to point that out, but dude, it's hard to play in the top divisions of paintball. There's a lot of people who play D3 or D4 your whole life, or D5. Great for you, but I mean, what you guys are trying to do and climb that mountain, it is something that not everyone gets to do at the end of the day, and so that's why it's so hard to do. And steps along the journey have to mean something, because then you get burnt out and you're just like, fuck, we're never gonna make it. And it's like, no, there is things to look at and be like, all right, you know, we can compete up here. We can fight against these teams.
I know it's possible, because when the Titans themselves come down to earth for practice, oh, sure as shit, they're leaving with welts.
Yeah, bro.
You know,
fucking
so
playing against
I know it's
Kronos.
possible.
Just trying to eat his children out there.
Absolutely. So I
Bands.
know all of this is possible.
It's a Greek mythology reference. I don't know if anyone gets it. Okay.
Of course I did. Of course, you know, Clash of the Titans, baby.
Not Atlas. Fuck Atlas.
It felt
That's a reference to your teammates. All right.
Good, but I want more. Like, not even want is the right word. Like, I need more. Right? And after that match, it was like, man, a fucking wall of emotions fucking hit me, and I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like, why the fuck did that happen? You know?
It wasn't just you, Hatch. After they tried. Well, let's get to the game really quick. We played TPP Crew. They had a buy into quarters, so they scouted us. It was, I want to say the first point was the closest point. It came down to a 1-on-1. We ended up losing, and then after that, I think the next 4 points
we got penalties.
Penalties.
I didn't get one. Just say.
That's actually good.
Nope, not that match.
Damn, not that match.
Good job.
Not that match.
There you go. That's another small applause for our boy.
There we go. There we fucking go.
That's a good one.
Yeah, we penalties really killed us that game. Fuck, dude, it sucks. It felt like we didn't, deserved. Fine. The refs were fair across the board with everyone. They were quick with the penalties, but for everyone, that's fine.
For sure.
And it just felt like, damn it, like we didn't have a fighting chance. It sucked. And
I don't necessarily say that, because at no point did I ever think we fucking lost. I was like,
no,
plenty of fucking time on the board. We got this. We can make a fucking comeback.
Nah, but when you play every point at the best 3v5, it gets really hard to win a match.
Every point, like the games got moving on. You had to get. It was going to be tighter and tighter, tougher and tougher, right?
Yeah.
Like seeing a flag go up in the air, I knew, all right, this is going to be harder. That was it. Like, I'm fighting an uphill battle, but it wasn't like I was rolling over and all right, we lost. Move on to the next.
Yes,
right?
You take that pole, that Capri Sun. God damn, I love that shit.
It's good. I had to be my mic. I'm not trying to hear you guys hear it.
You drinking to remember or drinking to forget?
Dude, I'm missing paintball extra hard tonight. You know what I'm saying?
I feel it. You hit that Capri Sun, my boy.
Yeah,
sorry, Brandon. That just made me laugh.
No. But our spirits were high in the pits. Even when it was 4-0, spirits were like, all right, because we had plenty of time. It was, we knew we weren't getting beat. We were kind of beating ourselves more than them beating us. And we dug a hole for ourselves with the penalties, unfortunately. and they capitalized on it. Good on them. They knew how to play paintball. Obviously, they won the event
For sure.
They were playing good paintball, but it definitely felt that like we were playing some good paintball. It oh my god, dude! It felt this event felt different. We were all on the same page. We were all playing really well. And yeah, after that, after we got mercied with the adrenaline dump, the aches hurt instantly. My calf hurts. Just, fuck. And yeah, I shed some tears too, Hatch. I squatted down right there in the pits, and it
took
was
a
tough.
huge shit. What?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, no, it's never fun to lose in the playoffs because it's one of those things where it feels real at that point, and so it kind of hurts even more. And it's one of those things that the further you go, the more it stings when you lose. Like it's kind of becomes all or nothing at that point.
100%.
So
and
yeah,
another
those are
thing
valid
is,
emotions.
and I don't know if anybody noticed, I was doing a lot of like media stuff for DMG, like making sure like doing interviews after every match.
Yeah,
and,
I have to
that one was
say,
fucking hard.
Why did you make Gavin do it out of all people? Like, me and Anthony both were like, come on, Hatch, it's a little fucked. Like, come on, you make Gavin do the saddest one.
Bro, no one else fucking wanted to, because obviously we fucking
Fair,
lost.
but fuck on you guys.
And
He's
I
the
could've
youngest kid,
done it,
all
but
right?
I
You're
already
gonna
did
make him fucking... I mean, fair, I see your point there. But all I'm saying, do you guys see what I'm saying there? That's a little fucked to make the fucking, youngest kid on the team be like, yeah, guys, we lost the playoffs. We gotta move forward. And I'm just sitting there, like, crying for Gavin with him. I'm like, buddy. So, yeah, no, don't do that again, please. Please, someone grow up, pair of balls, and be a man, and, yeah, deliver bad news.
Definitely. I
or
really
just
agree.
win and deliver great news. Then that makes it a lot easier.
That's what I'm fucking saying. That's what I'm trying to be at. But, yeah, dude, that shit sucked. But back to the grindstone, as every single fucking paintballer says, excited to go back to
yeah, I love the posts I'm seeing today of we weren't good enough for fucking D4 X ball, gotta come back harder. Okay. Like good luck.
I mean, I basically am doing the same shit right now, just with semi-pro. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know, but it's every person makes that post. Like I saw other semi-pro players making that post. Like I said, I saw some divisional players making that post. Like it's such a paintballer thing, and it's funny because everyone feels like I'm going through this unique pain, and it's like, nah, we all hurt. Like this all sucks. The only people happy are the people who won.
For sure, absolutely right. And I mean, I try my best not to make those posts. I like to make I try to make more fun posts after. I'm brewing up one right now.
Nah,
so,
you should be depressed, Hatch. I want full emo Hatch.
The thing is, I can never do that to myself.
I think that's what you're saying. Okay.
I don't deserve that to my dude. I don't deserve to do that to myself.
I deserve that. Look at that growth. Look at that. Hatch like 6 years ago would have said, yeah, okay, sure, we could do that. But I love that. You're standing up for yourself, buddy.
Right. I have to realize that it's like, I believe in my team, and my team believes in me. To where, dude, that plane ride home, bro, that one was fucking rough.
Bro, you gotta get something to watch on your phone, man. You gotta make these plane rides easier for yourself, bro.
I did, bro. I was watching anime. I watched All That Matters again, bro. I was fucking trying.
In between, you're just staring forward.
Basically.
No music on, nothing.
Yeah, glasses on, hood on, But yeah, so we ended up finishing
Unabomber.
8th, and definitely not satisfied. Disgusted with that performance, but it's an improvement, and I'm looking forward to more growth with my boys.
I think disgusted's the wrong term. Not satisfied's okay. Disgusted's the wrong term. I
mean, I'm trying to be a winner.
I mean, you also fought back against a team that was making Sundays, concurrently last year. Tiki's, that was a fucking close ass game. Either way those points go, you guys are easily 4-0 coming out of prelims. Like, I feel like saying you're disgusted with it doesn't give yourself enough credit, and I think you should give yourself at least a little credit.
I'll give myself credit, but it's like I need more. It's the addiction that it's the spell of paintball that I'm under, and I don't really know how else to put it besides I just need to work harder. Everybody on the team does. We need
I
to
also
think
worry.
about
I mean,
on
in
the
real talk, Hatch, I worry about you getting burnt out of paintball, bro. Because like, dude,
I do understand that.
you drive. I mean, you drive a fuck ton. Like you, if there's a person on your team who probably doesn't need to work, quote unquote, work harder, it's you. And I'm also not saying that as like you do more or anything, but you already have to have this dedication level that's higher than other guys just because of, location and commitment and things like that. So, I mean, yeah, I love that you put that on you. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it is a team. There's 5 guns that go out there every time the point starts. And, all of them got to be in the right mindset, the right zone, got to be working together. And unfortunately, it didn't happen this time. But I think you guys got some good pieces over there at Sacramento.
Definitely. We are truly rebuilding the camp. And, rebuild is an understatement. Everything was torn down. And we, as the former D3 team, got bumped up to semi-pro. We ourselves are rebuilding it. And
I mean, I think a rebuild almost like it's not even the right term because it's not a rebuild. It's a different
reconstruction.
team.
It's a demolition. And
it's not a rebirth. It's not even that. The only similarity is the fact that Marv's on it and it has the DMG name and it's purple colorway. That's it. Honestly, that is it. And the fact the Baines family is still involved. But that's where the line ends. It's not the same players. It's not the same coaching staff. It's not the same minds behind it. It's a different team. And,
1,000%.
And it's one that I think can be in the pro division someday because you guys got some guys who are absolute fucking grinders. Not just you, not just Brando, but, the likes of Paul's, the fucking Cadens, guys who are just down for the cause trying to get better. And then you're even getting some help with the young guns. Gavin coming in. I think that was a gift for you guys. I think he can turn into a savage one day.
Absolutely. I mean, the kid's a savage now, right? If he just works out those little things, right? And I'm on his ass about it, right? There are times where me and him talk about the plays that he messes up, and it's like, all right, dude, work on this, fix this, don't let it happen again. And let me just say, shout out to Gavin and his dad. Bojangles was there. Dude, we were fucking with him hard. It was awesome. I got a Bojangles interview as well. That was pretty fun. I tried to get some more FTS content. I got some interviews from the event.
I like the blooper reel you sent today. I think hopefully you'll post that at some point. It's a funny one. And
I got an interview from DQ, got an interview from Bojangles. Might post those up a little bit, because they were all. It was great seeing everybody at the event. Saw 40. I saw Aaron from ARG Image. Dude, great seeing him. Thank God, because dude, I was so fucking busy. He made time to come over to the divisional field. So because dude, he's at that level now where he's shooting on the pro field. And he should be shooting on the pro field because he deserves it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, he's busy too. Shout out Aaron. We love him on the show.
Right. So dude, him taking that time. Right. Because obviously we're coaching Impact, but dude, our games were tight.
You're coaching Impact?
No, not coaching it. Basically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I got what you're saying, though. You guys are paying for Impact. I did see during one of the Impact matches, Cedar was there full kitted up, headband on and everything, ready to go. So, yeah, I was like, oh, damn, their match is supposed to be at the same time.
For sure. Our matches are very, very close, right? So, we didn't have the pleasure of pitting for Impact as much this event just because we played at the same time.
I like your rephrasing there. So yeah, no, I always do love when I get to see a Marv in the pits. He always stands out so much. It's so easy to pick him out in the Impact pits. He's the only guy who looks like a Viking. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, boys. Well, let's move on to the other side of the event because we just talked about you guys for a whole hour in a row. Guys, Paintball Fit, they did it again. They got it done in another great comeback fashion. Against a team that cannot beat them for the fucking lives of themselves. The Dragon Slayer, Paintball Fit, they did it again. What was it? 6-3 was the final score?
6-3, yep.
Like that, yeah.
Obviously, a little bit to talk about from that side. First things first, the pro format for the finals. Did you guys enjoy it or not? I personally did. I liked having the halftime. I feel like it added some different pressure to that point going into halftime. There's some fun things there that I think the change caused.
Yeah, the anticipation as well, right? It's what adjustments are they going to make, and they definitely have time to think about the game plan.
Got 20 minutes.
So it was really cool, and the fact that there was no mercy rule, We didn't see it in effect, but hopefully if they continue this, it could have, and hopefully down the road, if they keep this format for the pro event or for the pro finals, I want to see maybe a team run up the score.
That'd be sick. So, the problem is, it's just like by the time you're the two teams at the end of the finals bracket, those are two pretty damn good paintball teams. Like I don't think we'll be seeing very many like that big of differences. But I mean, hey, Fit kind of did this point. They put up 6 points in a row to shut out Dynasty and win 6-3. So yeah, I mean they got it done. We love all those boys. As look, fuck PTG, fuck Spick and Span. We were the first podcast to bring on Colt, to bring on Scott Stewart, to bring on Jonathan Chavez. We are Fit fans down here. Yeah, Jacob said Johnson. Maybe 4 words, but we had him on the show. It was great. We had the Rumspringa Reaper. But dude, I really genuinely do like those guys too. And so when when you see good things happen to them, it makes me proud, because just the level of work that they put in. So it's not like it's a team that came together for the 3 weeks before an event, practiced, and we won another one, guys. No, it's due to they took a week off after Cup. That's it. They've been playing paintball the whole entire time, and it showed. That's they're a reason why they were standing on the podium at the end of the weekend. And look, I was saying it all weekend, but if Fit win this event, Colt's about to talk so much fucking shit, and you know what, man? Start talking your goddamn shit, bro, because the second he went down, the consensus around the league instantly was, oh fuck, Paintball Fit might, they might, maybe only win a couple of their lower divisional games. Like they might go 2-2. Like they might not even make Sunday now because Colt's not there. Yeah,
and they were saying, what are they without Colt?
Yeah, and they showed us they're still a pro finals winning team. Doesn't matter.
100%. They played that layout to perfection, I would say, for sure. And shout out to Jacob Seabaugh. I'm pretty sure his first name is Jacob.
And he was the direct recipient of Colt, not getting the reps. He was the guy who had to step up and fill that spot, and that's not a fucking easy spot to fill. It kind of switched a little bit. Trent essentially filled Colt's role as the main 3, and then Jacob kind of filled Trent's role as like the Dorito side 2 a little bit. Obviously, different breakouts, different points, they went different places, but that's kind of what we were seeing mainly through the weekend.
But he fit into that organization very, very well, right? So it's great to see, especially, shit, he must be on cloud 9. Fucking gets leverage to pro, leaves leverage, wins a pro event. God damn, that shit's sick. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, and Paintball Fit, they keep picking up, these bad no-name players. How are they going to win events? I love it, boys. I love it. Keep doing your shit down there. Up there in Texas, because now I'm south of them, which is crazy to think about. And yeah, so very happy to see Fit getting the dub out there in Tampa. Another great story from it, Dynasty. They look pretty good, People saying this is quote-unquote rebuild year.
Yeah, and let me just say,
what are you talking about?
One thing that was pissing me off, if I'm being honest, whoever that commentator was in the finals match, he was like, "Oh man, if you're Dynasty, you better take Kyle Berry off the fucking field." And I'm like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" Sure, he got a penalty, but it's like,
I'm gonna hard disagree. Kyle Berry did not have a great event for Dynasty, and that's just one of those things. I don't think he wasn't in an easy spot to play well, and he kind of got picked on the points he did play, and then it just it didn't look good.
I think the Dynasty is all about chances, right? Putting them under that pressure.
And I will say credit to Mike Bianca, because he's like, hey man, I know you're a good paintball player. I'm gonna give you another chance. Like, what's going on here? And he gave him a couple chances, and he just was kind of getting picked on. So at that point, you got to try to let someone else, play that spot. But yeah, I would say, unfortunately, it wasn't Kyle's best event. Dude, he's not going to get cut. Nothing like that. He's on the team, so don't think that thing's out there. But yeah, Joe excelled, earned his starting spot by far. He was playing great all weekend. It'll be great to see, what Kyle can blossom into, because we've seen it with the likes of Damien and a couple of the other younger players who got into that camp and started to learn a lot from the older guys on the Dynasty squad.
100%, and all those people. You have to be elite to play on Dynasty, right? Just because he had a bad weekend doesn't mean he's not elite.
Yeah, and guys, let's be real. Kyle Berry's not a bad paintball player. What the fuck are we talking about? Yeah, no.
I would say when he was on the ML Kings, he was the best player on the ML Kings.
Yeah. No, he was up until he was joined by the likes of one Nico as a fucking Beto. Can we talk about our boy? Look, NYX did not look great this week. I'm going to be honest with that. You know who did look great on NYX? Fucking Nico, bro.
Ooh,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
bro.
If NYX won a point, it was off the back of that kid. He was doing so much for them, absolutely doing great work in the snake, being smart, getting good pressure early, but not just running away his body and throwing it away. Man, very proud to have seen that kid grow up playing paintball. He's doing great things down in the league. So
His
I wanted
patience
to give a
was
big
so
shout
well.
out to
His
Sneaky
timing and
Neeks.
patience was
Yeah,
so
Sneaky
good
Neeks,
in
baby.
that snake, for sure. Right?
Gets lost.
Sneaky.
It was nice getting to see him and give a big hug to him every single event because obviously he's a fierce competitor and he's a very like-minded individual to myself.
Yeah,
right? He's all about improvement. So I think that the way NYX performed is going to do nothing but fuel him, and NYX better get their books up before someone steals them. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Nico's
fuck.
turning into a great player.
If we see another, I'm not saying it's gonna happen. It's only one event, but if we see another NYX towards the bottom at the end of the year, Nico might still have a spot in the pros coming next year. It may not be a starting spot on someone's roster, but I think he's playing well enough this year to kind of, okay, there's some recognition for the kid.
For sure. I mean, he's starting on NYX.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, if you're starting in the pro league, you can play for basically almost any team. Maybe not any, but some.
I don't agree with that take either, but that is okay. Because there's teams that get relegated every year, and they have starters. But yeah,
Nico's different.
I love it. Boys, is there anything else you guys want to talk about from Tampa? A minute or an hour and 15 minutes into the show.
Oh shit! Let me think, dude. We had a ton of fun. So talking about Bojangles, that was this one thing where we go to this.
I don't know what the story is going to be, audience.
We go to this pizza place. Where is it at, Brando? Do you know where it is?
It's where it's at?
What's it called?
It's in Tampa.
What's it called?
Oh, shut up! It's Geraldi's. All right,
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
And,
I knew it was going to, yeah.
No, I genuinely forgot, but now I remember.
That's just like, it was on Dragon Way or Goblin Way, Brandon? Which one was it on, Brandon?
No, but it was funny. We all walk in together, but he's running a little bit late because he drove his own car. I'm devising a plan. I'm like, all right, when he walks in, we're all just gonna fucking randomly yell surprise and start singing happy birthday, right? Not his fucking birthday at all.
This is why being around Hatch gives me social anxiety, by the way, because he does things like this.
For sure.
And then he looks at you like, you don't enjoy this? You're not having fun with me doing this random thing in public that makes you feel awkward? And I'm like, no, I'm not, buddy. I'm not. But thank you. I'm glad you're doing it.
No, because the thing is, right, it's all about the laughter. It's all about the laughter, right?
Yeah.
And so it was funny. We had a code word, and I recorded it. I got his reaction on camera, so it's really funny.
It was funny for you.
It's funny for everybody. Not even gonna lie.
Okay.
Back me up, Brando.
Yeah, everyone laughed. He enjoyed it.
Everyone,
Right.
Did you laugh? Did you enjoy it, Brandon?
I did.
Okay,
it was
there
funny.
we go. That
It
was what I was trying to
funny.
get to. Okay, that
right?
works.
And so
Okay.
the thing is, one thing that was so funny. We're like, all right, let's devise a code word, right? And all right, we're like, all right, code word ball sack, because we saw that
I
ad.
fucking could have called it. I literally could have said it.
We had that ad in our head from the NXL website. Shout out to that fucking guy. I love that ad, the ball sack ad. But he creeps in, ball sack, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, gets hella close. We all start yelling surprise, start singing. And Gavin told me, he goes, dude, good shit, because it is hard to get my dad flustered like that, because dude, his face was so red, right? And
Again,
so
a man who is not enjoying it.
I don't know. I definitely thought he was enjoying it. He was laughing his ass off.
Yeah, sounds like that.
But yeah, overall, that Tampa was a fantastic event. I mean, I'll probably remember stories about it like for the next 10 episodes. There's so much to go over. We can't even go over it in
There's
one
one
episode.
point in time I played at Raymond James Stadium, Sonny. Look at these photos. And he's
Yep.
gonna be like, Grandpa, we use Nerf pistols now as our NXL equivalent. You look so
Pussies.
stupid.
Bet you couldn't survive 10.5 in my day, boy.
Meanwhile, T. Harmon walks out of nowhere. Bitch, you couldn't handle semi-uncapped. Like, just absolutely frail by this point, because we're all 90, This is in the year 2075 or something like
Yeah,
that.
Tyler Harmon is like the Frank Woods of paintball. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta go back.
Yeah.
The numbers, Mason.
What happens when someone steals the keys?
That was not bad. I gotta give him that one. That's not bad. There's I've heard worse. But yeah, so boys, Tampa, that's awesome. Yo, the other thing that came out, we teased it a little bit last week, but we didn't get into it because both you guys had not watched it yet. All That Matters, a brand new paintball movie that recently came out as kind of like an early screening viewing. You had to you had to buy something through the Hormesa store, which then got you access to the movie as kind of a pre-order gift. Boys, what did you think of it? You both got a chance to watch it in Tampa.
I watched it multiple times for sure.
Yeah, it was, in one word, beautiful.
For sure.
Yep.
It was beautiful.
Now, do you remember when we came back from World Cup and you guys were like, how was it, Ryan? Could you describe it? And I was like, I can't. It's beautiful. It's great. And you guys should have went to the premiere because they even had better music in the premiere.
Yeah.
Sadly, they couldn't get the licenses for some of the songs, which is very sad.
Yeah, that one. I'll definitely talk about one specifically for sure. But it was awesome. I thought that. Okay, I'll say it just because
Get to the point.
The Woods Ball part of it. I'm not as connected to Woods Ball as everybody, as a lot of other paintball players.
You got a lot of different things from it than what it was meant to be.
For sure.
It was meant to pull at the heartstrings of like, look at these old dudes still doing it, still kind of feeling like a 20-year-old kid again with their friends in the woods, and I liked that aspect of it. But Hatch, you were looking at it just purely from a gameplay standpoint, and of course 100%. It's not going to be as good. 100%, come on, man.
Right? But obviously, then I talked to
fathers.
No, I talked to Brando about it, and he was explaining it to me, and I'm like, all right, that makes me more sense, right? I get it.
Yeah, but it being sandwiched in between people playing airball and these athletes playing, and then all of a sudden in the middle is just some old guys that aren't as athletic.
Well, I think it was the second. It was like the second vignette in there, so there was like the intro, first
I think it was Tyler
sequence, and then
Meter,
Tyler,
and then Tyler Meter,
Ball.
And then Woods Ball, then Archie, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like, if someone that's not familiar with Woods Ball, it can seem that way, but even that.
But also, I will say, to Mikko's credit, it's meant to just try to be like, here's all these different styles of paintball that people can play competitively. Like, it's meant to show all of them in a high level, looking very beautiful, putting all the cinematic work we can into it.
Oh yeah, I loved it. I mean, of course, because I'm more drawn to, or I'm more connected to it.
Yeah, the Woods Ball part in itself is a different type of art, and for me personally,
I feel like we're getting caught up on one very small part of the movie, to be honest.
Oh, I am for sure.
Right. Yeah, you are. Okay. I'm like, don't talk about this after. Talk about some good things first. You got to give people the good parts up front.
Okay. So,
Hatch, you would not be a great movie reviewer. I'm going to be honest, man.
No, I would not. That's why I don't really watch. That's why I don't really watch very good. I don't really watch movies very often, to be honest.
Have you seen Terminator?
Which one?
Any?
The originals?
Yes.
I've seen the originals, but not like the reoccurrence.
Okay, that's fine. As long as you've seen 1, 2, and 3, we're okay. Okay.
I haven't seen any of like the newer ones that were like probably like 2010.
Salvation. Nah.
Yeah, it gets weird there.
I don't even know
that's
what the
fine.
fuck that even is.
I thought you were gonna come at me and not have seen any of the Terminators, and I was about to blow a gasket.
I've seen the Terminators, the old ones for sure.
Great, they're good movies. All right, back to the movie we were talking about, All That Matters. So good things about it. What did you like about All That Matters, Hatch? Because we know what you didn't like, and it was the Woods Ball sequence.
I loved everything about it in general. I thought that my personal favorite part was, I'd probably say the brothers between Jason and Jacob. I love
their interview. Yeah.
Right, exactly. I thought the interview was like really good because obviously they weren't rehearsed. They were asking the same questions and seeing what they would have, and different answers. Right. Obviously they're way more. They both have the mindset of growth to where they're like, all right, I want to be better than my brother. No matter what. And there were some points where Jacob was like, you know what? I mean, I worked out with my brother. He was strong. He's stronger than me for sure.
It's funny, Hatch, and like I hate to say it like this, man, but having a brother myself, like, yeah, we'd probably say the same shit. Like there'd be some things where we're like, yeah, I'm the better person, and he'd be like, no, I'm the better person. And then there's some things where I'd be like, yeah, flying a helicopter, yeah, that's my fucking brother. I can't fucking do that shit. So it's like you do know your strengths and weaknesses, but there's some things where you're like, yeah, motherfuckers, I'm taller than him. Like fuck his asshole. We're essentially the same height, but I'm taller than him. Fuck that piece of shit. So yeah, so there's some of that brotherhood rivalry, and I guess if you do have a brother, when you watch that interview segment, it's like, okay, yeah, everyone gets that.
Yeah, obviously I'm an only child, so my whole view on it is construed, right? But I was like, man, that looks sick. You're not like playing with your actual brother in the pro league, not only playing with him but competing.
Dude, hey, it's okay.
At the top 5.
Hey, he's lucky too. My brother's never even played paintball, okay, bro? So like we don't all get that experience, even if you have a brother. So you got to have luck within luck within luck.
100%.
Hit the lottery.
Okay. Another part that was my favorite that I definitely loved was the part when it was Dynasty, when it was talking about Yosh, Ryan, and Alex and Oliver, being like connected and that them being their best friends, because I've talked about it with the boys where it's like this could disappear at any moment.
It's funny knowing some of the cut for Iron Kids. It almost, I don't want to say spoils, because that's not the right word, because Iron Kids goes way more in depth into it, but it almost kind of scratches the surface of some of the things that you'll see in that movie and some of the relationships that like those guys had back in the day. Oliver talking about his whole thing in there and all that matters of like, I wasn't thinking about going pro with Ryan or Alex. Like I was just thinking about going pro. Like if someone offered me a thing, I was just going to take it. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to be with my boys. And obviously that's talked in more in the Iron Kids doc, but yeah, definitely another great segment. You guys now have seen the Bart segment talking about Joe and
definitely
Zane still playing and Zach coaching as well. So now imagine Bart and Zach sitting in front of you watching that segment. That's why I cried like a little fucking schoolgirl. Yeah, that's a very emotionally charged segment. Very beautiful. And he went through and even got some of the old interview clips from the Impact series and threw a couple of those in there, which I thought were awesome. So yeah, just that whole segment was awesome. Seeing, Joe's impact she's had on the sport and how Impact really wouldn't be here without her. And so yeah,
Absolutely, and it put it in a perspective of how lucky I am that I have a supportive significant other when it comes to this crazy addiction called paintball.
Also, everyone go hug your mom, by the way.
100%.
I want to put that out there. If you haven't hugged your mom, if you haven't called your mom in a while, call your fucking mom, bro. She would love to hear your voice.
Definitely. When I got home, I gave my mom a big old hug.
I know it's estranged. Call your mom.
And obviously, my mom's like,
I mean, call your dad too, but I just know that moms would love to like.
I can't do that, but I'll call Papa Iron Man.
There you go. Yeah, he would love to talk to you too, Hatch.
Hell yeah. It was funny when I talked to him in the morning of the first event, like as we're the travel day. It's like, I don't know what time it is. It's like 5 a.m. or something like that. Calls Brando, and then Brando hands the phone to me, and I'm like, hello, and then he's like, my son.
Yeah, he has adopted you at this point.
Fuck yeah. So without a doubt, I'm an honorary Baird, so it feels good. But yeah, when I got home, I hugged my mom real big, and she's like, damn, 8th place, huh? And I'm like, all right, love you too. So
Patch, you need more love in your life, bro.
My mom loves me very much. She just knows what I'm my potential, right? And obviously she's very loving and
this is why
harsh on me.
This is why I love Tegan. Tegan, if you hear this part of the episode, you're a saint. I love you. Please show this man what true love is in his life, because it's great. I think he needs it. So round of applause for you, Tegan. You're doing God's work over there.
She is, without a doubt, right? And that part with Bart and Joe, that one hit hard, because I was like, man, holy shit, I'm incredibly lucky.
Oh, I think about it all the time, dude. If I finally somehow trick a woman into being in love with me and then she fucking dies, bro, 12 gauge, I'm beating it. There's no way I'm not. Unless I have kids, because then it's like, fuck, now I gotta I gotta get them old enough so they can process this shit. It just becomes really messy.
100%. Drop them off at the fire department.
Nope, not doing that shit.
How old are they?
Dude, fuck you guys. No,
I'm just asking. It was just a question.
no.
There's options. That's it. You don't have to take it. Just there's
Fuck outta
options.
here. If I have kids, I'm not gonna fucking abandon them at a firehouse. Fuck off out of here, you guys. You know how bad the
saying.
foster system is? Come on. That's like the whole
mean-
thing with, yeah, I don't want kids, but if I somehow fucking impregnated a girl tomorrow and have one in 9 months, I've got a lot of responsibility now because I'm not gonna fucking let that kid die. God damn it.
Facts.
Let's grow up, boys. Let's be men. God damn it.
Facts. I mean, having children is fucking scary.
Brandon's also living life on the edge, so he's the
come on.
closest one here to having that responsibility. So
Facts.
Yeah, I know the nearest
terrifying.
4 fire departments. I'm
Good shit. I know the nearest fire
I'm in
department told
Texas,
me.
you're in California, so you guys can take care of the problem. I can't. That's an abortion joke. All right, boys. Well, let's move forward because I've got something I gotta announce, and I've got a funny video to go along with it. So obviously a lot of people in PayPal have noticed that I wasn't out at Tampa. Quite a lot of the Oni guys were like, "Whoa, what the fuck, dude? Why aren't you there?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's big sad." The main reason I wasn't there was Friday. I actually went in for a job interview down here in Austin, Texas. Love how Hatch gets up and leaves right now. I sat through all of you guys talking about your games, and the second I talk about my shit, he leaves.
shit.
But no, so he came back. So I went down, had a job interview at a podcast studio down here in Austin, named Tetherball Media Academy. They have a couple different shows they produce. I've talked about them on the podcast in the past before. I went down, did a show for them. It was a Super Bowl show, so beginning of February, and yeah, done some other small things with them. But went down there. I had a little video project they gave me the week before that I had ready to show them and talk about kind of potential job stuff and see what happens. So get down there, turn the video in, send it, airdrop it over to the guy, my new boss, Ross, and he loved it. He liked it and instantly was like, "All right, man, let's bring you onto the team. I think you can
There we go.
fulfill a spot here."
There we go.
As of right now, I'm kind of like a paid intern just because there isn't enough stuff for me yet. The company itself is going through I'm fluffer.
Good shit.
No,
fluffer
but
right there.
the company is going through kind of a transitionary period, so one of their employees is actually moving on to another spot in the company, so it's all for good reasons, but they need someone to fill his job. So I'm essentially coming on to kind of learn his position, learn the stuff he does, and then hopefully in the next couple months I'll take it over myself. But yeah, so
Don't forget me when you're famous.
Monday was my first day. I was in the studio all day Monday. Was in the studio all day today. You guys want to see how my first 20 seconds on the air went?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's not great. Let me pull this up. All right, cool. You guys got it?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's check this out.
Yeah, welcome to the Monday Morning Recap, everybody. Brought to you by, Brian. A new guy back there, and he's already fucked it up. Ryan, put the camera on yourself, for Christ's sakes.
Next.
Shame. Good job, dude.
Whip his
First
ass.
day on the job. Joel's cheering back there. Delco's smiling. My God, dude. Street Gonzo, get the fucking shaver. You got to give him a Friar Tuck live on air, dude.
Well, shave
That's
his
it.
pubes first.
That's the rules here.
Shave his pubes first, then we'll
Pubes
get to that.
first?
Yeah, I've been asking to see his pubes all day.
Yeah,
No, we haven't seen him.
I just keep walking up to him, putting my hand out, and going,
I haven't seen one pube.
One pube at all. Welcome to fucking Tetherball Academy Media, bro. Okay? Pubeless tomorrow in a Ziploc bag tonight.
So where's the Ziploc then?
Screenshot, send that to me. Tomorrow, I want to smell them in person. Friar Tuck haircut immediately, dude. That doesn't grow back for 3 months. Welcome to the show, everybody. Obviously brought to you by MyBookie.com.
Yeah, that was my
winning
first
it
30
on.
seconds on the air. That's my boss. His name's Ross. He's a pretty cool guy, but he just likes things to be professional. So yeah, I got my first fuck up out of the way nice and early on. That was also one of my coworkers on screen, Rob, and then some of the other guys there as well. But yeah, man, so it's cool figuring it all out. And first week stuff, I'm just learning things right now and kind of shadowing people and seeing how they get stuff done there. So I'm just learning a lot. I'm not really doing anything in particular at the moment. I think the biggest thing I did today was take out the trash. So we're learning. All right, first day on the job.
Good shit, brother.
But yeah, so hopefully, more stuff to come from that soon, and I'm gonna be a lot more busy now, which is cool. But also, yeah, probably gonna be less paintball stuff, guys, because I actually have a real life job now that might pay for me to be a real life person and like date and like that'd be great.
Hell yeah, brother.
Big boy.
Hey,
Big boy job.
Don't forget us when you're famous,
Big
bro.
boys do what they want. Yeah, so hey, Brandon, you know how there's that whole like 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon thing?
Oh, let's hear it. Yeah.
I think we're now all a lot closer. Because so I don't know Kevin Bacon himself, but I do know one that's going to blow your mind. Anthony
you don't know
Cumia.
Kev?
Anthony Cumia. He's been on DB. I now work with those guys. So 3 steps.
We're 3 steps
for
away.
you guys, because 2 for me, DB, Anthony, or being on the show, working with those guys, and then 3 for you guys. So there's that, and then so that now means 4 from the PKA guys. So you're welcome, Brandon. You're now 4 steps of separation from them.
4 steps of separate. Dude, I'm putting
That's how
this
it
in
works.
the notes.
Yep.
Putting this in
And
the
then we
notes
do
so
have
I
to
can
figure
tell
out the
people.
Kevin Bacon one, how close we are now, because there's probably been a guest on the show who's done a movie with Kevin Bacon, who then that connects to. The 6 degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon, it's an old joke, but it's a true joke. In Hollywood, everyone is 6 degrees of separation away from Kevin Bacon, and it's not false if you look into it, because he's done movies with a lot of actors and produced things and written on things and done a lot of things.
Yep. No more than 6 though. It's somewhere within there, and it's funny. It's like that, and I remember playing that Wikipedia game of like how many clicks or whatever to get to.
Yeah, trying to speedrun Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're still on YouTube, so I don't know what they're going to allow. In terms of service, what can I say?
Jesus Christ, Brandon. What did you play on the Wikipedia game, man?
Oh yeah, just the man with the funny mustache.
Oh, okay. All right. You can say Hitler. That's okay. Well, I know you can say Hitler.
Oh, it's
okay.
okay. About me.
Same
Yeah.
thing, really. Let's be real. But yeah, boys. So that's my announcement. Gonna be
Can I
driving a lot
can I
more,
ask
doing
you-
stuff down there. Yeah, what's up?
Can I ask really quick? In that video, was the what you messed up? Did you restart the music or play the music again or?
Yeah, because the intro, I thought it auto stopped, but it didn't, so I had to reach over and just press stop on it. I also got maybe about 4 words of how to actually do that intro process before they said, "All right, start the show." So yeah, I was doing it live, as the great Bill O'Reilly once said.
Fuck it, we're doing it.
Fuck
live.
it, we're doing it live.
Exactly. So, but yeah, and I will say this. They didn't really care. Like no one talked to me after the show. It wasn't like, "Hey man, you gotta fucking get this right." And of course, if I keep fucking up, it's gonna be a problem. But yeah, they get it. Shit happens every now and then.
First day.
Especially a live
First
show.
day.
Yeah.
Now, are you also controlling the cameras too on who's talking? You got to switch over the cameras.
So that was me switching for those shows, because they do multiple camera angles, so they live switch them. So because they live stream, so that way people can see who's talking at any one point in time. Mainly, my job there will be doing more of the like post editing stuff, so thumbnails, reels, shit like that. But yeah, every now and then they'll probably have me jump in to fill in where needed. So, and that's something I did
cool.
back at the dance competitions back in the day. I was doing switching for those and a couple different live events with Team Creative.
Nice, that's sick.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Got tricks in the back of my pocket.
Hell yeah.
Now, are you gonna start wearing ties now?
No. It's a very chillax workplace. If you didn't get the vibe from my boss saying "fuck
but you know
me"
how
and give
funny
me
it
your
would be.
pubes in a
You know
thing.
how funny it would be if you show up in a suit and tie.
Do you still have your pubes?
There actually was a joke about that. I did have to turn those in today. There was a joke about that. So tomorrow, apparently, Spotify executives are showing up at the studio. So they made the joke around the office that we all need to wear suits. So yeah, within my first week, I'm gonna meet executives of fucking Spotify.
Damn.
So it's a little intimidating over there at
Hey, you
times.
guys ever heard of the great podcast from the sidelines?
Patch, I'm not gonna say a goddamn word about us. If you look at our numbers, we are fucking infinitesimal.
Not to me, baby.
But yeah, so yeah, I don't know what else I can say on this show because it's a wild workplace and it's cool. It's an awesome opportunity. I mean, definitely one you got to take serious too. So, trying to learn as much as I can this week, and as I go more into it, I'll be able to feel it more out and have more answers for you guys. But yeah, early days, early steps. Just wanted to announce it on the show because I think we've kind of mentioned it, briefly in the past couple weeks. It's been something I've been working on in the background, and it's official. So yeah, I show up at an office every day now. I'm an office man.
You're an
Congratulations,
office.
brother.
I'm
man.
a salary slave, right? Or a wage slave. That's what they call the
Wage
Japanese.
slave.
Yeah, wage slaves. Yeah, that's my life now, boys.
Nice. Hey, congratulations, brother. I mean, I think it's sick.
Congratulations. Thanks, boys. You sound so nice for me.
I don't-
Wow, yeah.
no,
Dude, I am happy for you, bro.
This is the most.
That-
Yeah, congrats,
I
bro.
lost it with that. The
Sounds
congratulations.
awesome.
I was like, oh.
What am I? What else do I say besides congratulations?
You
I
sounded
know.
like Cobain, like nodding out on heroin, just like, yeah,
No,
congrats,
Ryan,
man.
congratulations. That is fucking actually incredible. That genuinely, I think that that's a place where you're gonna learn a ton, and with you and your talents, I think you're gonna thrive in for sure.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
partly why you moved, right? It was
Yeah,
to
well,
build.
I mean, yeah, coming down to Austin, the main reason I came here was to move the fuck outside of paintball. No offense to you guys. I love a lot of the people here. This is a horrible place to try and make a career and like pay for a life. So yeah, wanted to actually have some more just security in my life. And there was a lot of opportunities down here just in the new media space, in kind of some old traditional media stuff. And yeah, was able to figure this out with with the boys over at Tetherball Media Academy. If any of you guys want to check out those shows, Drinking Bros is their main feed. They also have a show, Ross Patterson Revolution, and then a Drinking Bros Sports, which is another feed that's just a sports side of the show. So yeah, if you want to check those out, you'll probably see me on there in the background, maybe making appearances at time. I had to tell them what a Hennessy Velociraptor was today, so that was fun.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a type of car. Hennessy is a aftermarket manufacturer, so they get a car from Ford, which in this case was the Ford Raptor, and then they like add an extra upgraded engine, they just upgrade a whole bunch of shit to it, and then sell it for a lot more money. Shelby does the same thing. Roush does the same thing. All that stuff. But yeah, so. And the other thing I was going to say, not just the movement here, but the other thing is like, we do this pod. We're the third largest podcast in paintball. Play the Game, obviously they're the biggest. Drinking Bros makes Play the Game look like they have one download a fucking month. I'm not even joking. This is one of the top 10 probably biggest podcasts, at least in the top 100 for sure. So it's on a different stratosphere, and the things that they do behind the scenes, I've already learned so much that we do completely different. I mean, there's a full team of guys who come in to create content every day. There's producers who are handling scheduling and descriptions and titles and all of that. There's producers who are just meant to be handling like on air type stuff. So yeah. It's a real fucking place, and it's gonna be cool to learn more of like the actual serious side of all this stuff on a professional level.
Hell yeah, dude. FTS, we're gonna be more professional, but like
no, we're not. We're not. I'm not bringing that home. This is still the shit show, but I'm gonna be learning it at least.
We're the professional shit show.
We'll always be the professional shit show, bro.
Sure.
This is not
There we go.
Play the Game, Spick and Span. Although, hey, congrats again to Play the Game, Creators of the Year.
I totally forgot that was a thing.
So yeah,
Congrats.
yeah, it's almost like when we have fan voted on awards, they're going to be the same people every year, like they were this year. Again, the same list of people won all the awards again. That's crazy. Who would have thought that?
I didn't even go.
Loser. I'm jealous.
Not
I
at
would've
all.
went. I 100% would have went. That looks like a good time. Are you fucking crazy? The last year's time was great. I really did have a good time at the
Last year's
Summit
was cool.
Awards.
I did too, but I was like leaving it up to a vote with the team, and
Yeah. We decided
I will say this.
to stick as a team.
DMG doesn't like to do things at events.
What?
Did you guys go to the All That Matters premiere?
No,
Did you guys go to the Oasis Hormesis party?
no.
Did you
Wait.
have
You
you
mean
guys
the
gone
party
to
before we
anything-
played?
The party that it was going on after you guys played. What are you talking about? No games were going on at the end of that.
There was something that, there was something like Thursday night, right, or Friday night.
Not
Was that not
Thursday
the
night.
Oasis? Yeah, World Cup. I swear.
I don't know, but all I'm saying, you guys have a habit of not participating in things at events, and you can say I'm wrong, but at the same time, the evidence shows that I'm right here. So, you know, maybe we add one or two of those in, you know, like a huge players party that is meant to be celebrating
I'll say you're right,
the industry.
But we as a team,
You're too cool
do
for
not
that.
have
I feel it.
No, not even close. We do not have the luxury of being able to. We have so much responsibilities that, dude, we are actually working at events, like working hard to where sometimes like we don't even have, like, we're getting back to the place and we're doing laundry until fucking 1 a.m. and then we got to get up at 5 a.m. You know, right?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, especially
I hear
the more recent
excuses
events
because
we've
you
had
forget that
less
I also
help.
had fucking work that I had to get done at the end of every single day that I got home to my fucking thing. But yet somehow we still were able to get our laundry done and make it to those events and have a good time and you know, be members of the paintball community. But yeah, nah, it's different. Also, you know, charging batteries, making sure we have enough shit for the next day. I mean, yeah, man. I'm just saying, it's always easy to make excuses, but I think you guys would enjoy some of those things at times. And, you know, I feel like you shouldn't hate the paintball people around you because they're part of the same industry you are.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't think we hate them or anything.
You should go be involved with your fellow players.
I mean, I'm literally competing. I am involved in my
but
fellow
you're
players.
not networking. You're literally yelling at their faces and telling them, get the fuck out. That's their interaction with you when you play them.
Well, let me tell you, I went last time, and dude, genuinely, we
had
go
a lot
back
of
to the
fun.
house, watch the finals.
We were
and I
talking
bet-
with 40. We were hanging out with Joe a little bit. We had a great time last year. We talked to a lot of people.
I agree completely, but obviously, I got outvoted for the team. You know, so and the team just we were gonna sit
And
together
again,
as a team.
Hatch, I feel like you're taking this as I'm saying you don't do things. DMG in general doesn't. I know you guys leave everything to democracy. That's actually one fair thing that DMG does. Everything is a vote. It's you know, what does the team want to do? It's not someone making a decision. So that's all right. That's fair. But I will say, you guys, come on, like, I don't know, just be involved with paintball.
I agree, but it's also we had some people that were leaving like that night that we had to like get back to the house and take them to the airport.
Okay, we can get Ubers. We have phones and cards. We're big boy adults, right?
But it's also, I don't want my teammates to Uber. I would much rather I
No,
would
I
much
meant
rather
you
take
get an
them.
Uber to the event because then you can drink there and Uber back.
But I want to be with my boys.
Okay. I mean, you guys could be together at the thing, but okay, I get it. My point will not make it across. I get it. I'm speaking alien gibberish, so we'll move on.
I see what you're saying, but I wouldn't say you're speaking alien gibberish. I'm just saying we just didn't go that way. We just didn't go to that one.
You haven't gone to any of them.
I went to the last
The
year
one that
somewhere.
really made me sad was when you guys didn't go to All That Matters. I'm going to be honest, because I worked on that show. I wanted you guys to be there, you know, to be able to talk about it on the podcast, but I wanted you guys to see the work that I put into that. And then, you know, you guys are like, oh yeah, we can't make it. Team voted against it. And it's like, the team doesn't need to be here. Brando and Hatch need to be here. Like, you know, no offense. I didn't necessarily need Paul to see it that night.
But then the thing is, right, that starts animosity within a team where it's like, okay, why are Brando and Hatch?
Oh my gosh! If that starts animosity, then like, come on, guys.
I'm just saying.
Come on, we gotta be adults here. Like, you know, people have responsibilities, and especially like if you're doing a podcast in paintball, you have some responsibilities attached to it, and they're pretty good about when you guys got to go film an episode or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like we got to experience the things paintball has because it's cool. These things are coming back. Hatch, I know you remember a time when there was no fucking events or parties at events or at award shows or anything like that.
Absolutely, and you're absolutely right. And you know what, Ryan? I'm going to try to and make more of an effort on going to more.
Fair enough, you know. Can't do anything else. I just, you know, I hope Papa Cedar feels the same way.
All I'm saying is, we casted a vote.
Yeah. And we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, I
There
get
we
it.
go.
You gotta be too cool for paintball. That's how you
Whoa,
move
not even
up in the
close to
sport.
too cool for paintball, bro.
No, but
Not
I
even
know
close.
some of your teammates who have that opinion at times, and it's like, guys, it's
That's fucking crazy.
we're here having a good time. Let's play paintball. Let's do some things.
I agree. And I'm always down to do things, go on some adventures with my boys, right? And that's
Yeah, like go
that's
ride
kind
a
of things
roller
that we do.
coaster. It's one of the best stories that we had from an event, and that was you guys like, fuck it, let's go out, you know.
And that was also outside of paintball. That wasn't you know, at the
true.
paintballs.
But that,
at the paintball
but that was
venue.
you guys leaving the Airbnb. I guess that's the point I'm trying to make too. But
Absolutely.
and again, I do also understand with this one, you know, timing wise, you guys had players who were leaving that night and they had to get, you know, back to the fucking Airbnb so they could get their bags and go home. But yeah, we got Ubers. We're past this day and age of making excuses of not getting a ride.
Well, I wasn't looking at him getting a ride. I'm looking at like I'm committed to my team.
Okay.
There we go. That is obviously, you know, the language barrier that you and I.
No,
The alien
I
language
think
gibberish.
so, but I also think that's kind of shitty of teammates if you know, go to something, you're a bad teammate. Like, come on, man. I literally was with you the whole entire time from Thursday, fucking, you know, the second practice started with you guys all day. We were pitting together with Impact. Like,
But I think it's a commitment
we're fucking
level, you know?
brothers. We've been here.
I'm committing to my boys.
I'm going for 2 hours to something, and I'm gonna come right back here and be with you guys. Like,
But it's also
I don't
right.
know,
We had to leave the Airbnb and take the car. Like we had to leave in the morning at like 3 a.m. to catch our 5 a.m. flight.
fair. I mean, yeah, whatever. we fundamentally don't agree on this because I think the way, and it's making more sense to me, but from you it's seen as kind of not a slight, but it's like, okay, the team voted, we're not going to do that. We're not doing that. I'm staying with the team. Whereas to me, it doesn't feel like it's that big of a like. I feel like if my teammate went to that, I wouldn't feel fuck him. I'd be like, oh, cool. Like, all right.
I don't think any of us
No.
would be like fuck them. But it's just the vibe of being with the boys that can connect everybody and get that camaraderie to where like that's investing into your paintball team.
If anyone wanted to go, they could have gone and said, fuck the vote, I'm gonna go, and would have been fine, right? It was threw it up to a vote of, hey, do we hang out together? Let's go sit down, eat and talk, you know, decompress essentially with each other, and or you know, go to the party. And you know, not all of us go to the party, but maybe some of us go to the party, and now it's like, you know, the rest of us, all right, we'll see you guys next weekend at the Sepul, you know. And with that, I will say, maybe we'll get into it maybe a little more in the post show. I don't know. But there was conversations had, some good conversations during dinner, and we were there for like 2-3 hours, and it was like good, productive talk that we wouldn't have gotten if we did go to the Summit Awards.
That is
and it was eye opening, you know, and inner workings of stuff, you know. I don't want to get
That's
too
fair.
far into it. Yeah,
I guess
even
my other
if it's
thing
not the
too,
post show, yeah.
My other thing too, you guys were literally on an award that night. Like, you guys were nominated. Like, that's the other thing. It's like I literally couldn't be there because I couldn't make the travel and everything work. But it's like, you guys are in town. Like, go make an appearance. Like, you know, that's the type of things. Like, you know, we always talk about like the industry not talking about from the sidelines. Yeah, they won't unless we fucking, you know, we show up and fucking say, yo, we're FTS, fuck PTG, fuck Spick and Span, we're here, we're in this shit. We do things our own way. We kick down the door.
You know what, Ryan? You're
The only person
right,
bringing
yeah.
this energy right now.
No, you're absolutely right. You're completely right. And I mean,
But I also, what Brandon just said does make a lot of sense too. Like, because okay, I get that you guys had, you know, a very productive kind of meeting / talk with everyone as well.
I did completely forget about that until he just brought it up. Without a doubt, there were some conversations
Sounds
that
pretty
were
productive.
had. There were some conversations that were had that were not only productive, but let's just like what Brando said, eye opening.
Like I wish I think if we told you, Ryan, you'd be like, that's good that like you guys didn't go and had that talk, you know.
For sure.
And we might,
And that's what I'm saying. What came after it was good. Like, I'm not necessarily saying that's the bad part. I'm just like, come on, boys. Like, I
you know what?
I need some help from my co-host here. You know
No,
what I mean?
you're
Like,
absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And So
Marcelo
now
Margot was
on-
at that shit. Tyler Harmon was at that shit. Ryan Greenspan was at that shit. Kyle Spick was at that shit. And that's why their podcasts are going to get watched this week. Like, I hate to say it, but it's those little things that they keep, hey guys, look at us. Fucking watch PTG. That's how I hear Marcelo Margot in my head, by the way. I want another 1v2.
Very Marcelo-y for sure.
Yeah,
right?
definitely not how he talks.
But we obviously we had a different agenda, and that's just it.
Fair enough. Guys, we don't need to keep talking about this. So does anyone
No,
have
I
anything
agree.
we can talk to? I have PSA cards I can show off. You guys have
see
a
'em.
topic you can go to.
I almost ran over a woman.
Yeah, let's talk about
yeah.
that, Brandon.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was after.
How'd you miss?
I know. No, so it was after we ate, after we embarrassed Bo, Gavin's dad. It was like attached to a mall, so we went out through a mall, whatever. And I was driving the van. Get in the van, everyone's piling in. I shut my door, and all of a sudden there's like these two little kids right next to my door that came up from kind of behind it. I was like, what the fuck? They walked past the door in front of my van, and then off into the parking lot. I was like, I don't even know where they came from, but okay, that's fine. Everyone gets in the car. Hatch is the last one to get in the car behind the passenger, is sitting in the back, and I'm thinking it's gonna be funny. Let me start pulling away before the door's shut. So I throw it in reverse, has a little backup camera. That's clear. I check my mirrors, my side mirror, my rear view mirror. Everything's clear really quick. So now I'm backing up with the camera. And as soon as I come off the gas, I hear what the fuck? And I look at my side view mirror, and this lady's head pops around the corner. I'm like, holy shit, where the fuck did you come from?
Yeah.
And she's
What the fuck?
And so she's walking up to the car, and at this point, this is awkward as fuck for me because the door is still open, and she's talking to me in Spanish. She's like, Mia scared, and I'm like, okay. And I push the button, and the door is slowly closing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
all right, bye.
Yeah, I see her walk around to Hatches. I'm like, I ain't making eye contact. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put me in
man,
this
I got
awkward
fucked
spot
up.
because I'm just like, oh, sorry for this guy. Fucking
Yeah,
almost
thanks,
killing
Hatch.
you.
Thanks, Ash.
Mia scared.
Jumping on that grenade. But I don't know, what? Why are you walking right behind the car? I don't fucking know.
I agree. We're obviously backing up.
The lights are on.
Come on.
You seen it? It wasn't a busy parking lot where we
No.
were.
She chose to go right behind us. I agree with you, Brandon.
You saw us
100%.
get in the van.
I think we should just ran her over.
Yeah, I should have. Fuck.
Mia scared.
Don't say that name.
What name?
That's one of the blacklisted names on the show.
Don't
What?
say it. Shut
Don't
up.
say it. We can talk about it later.
Just
We don't
don't-
say
don't
it.
even.
It's blacklisted on the show.
All right. I'm lost.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll show you guys what I went and picked up today. After
see
I
it.
got off work, I stopped by there on the way home. Got a couple new PSAs that shipped on in. This one, you guys obviously haven't seen this back before. A little different. It's a Lorcana card. So these are the Disney trading card game that they have. But sent one on into PSA. Let me go ahead and bring us on up. We got the beautiful Daisy Duck in her
yeah.
full cool art special version. She's
The pirate version.
Yeah, she's pirate captain.
Nice.
And we got it in a 10, which is awesome. So
Nice.
hell yeah, this is one of my keepers. Holding on to it. I've been
How much is that worth
liking.
as a 10?
It's like 130, 140. Nothing too crazy.
Not
But
bad. I mean, that's for a card, yeah, that's crazy.
well, no, it's not. But I've been pulling Lorcana cards for a while, looking for one of these, which are their special rare versions. They're very rare. They are not easy to come by. So I wanted to keep this one. It was the first one I pulled myself. I sent it in to get graded. It was a 10 as well on top of that. So hell yeah, it's going in my personal collection. Now this
Nice.
next one, it's another fun one. Completely different from all of the other slabs that I have. And it's going to still be used actively. And I'll explain that in a bit. If you read the back there, what do you think that card is, Hatch?
Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it's Magic the Gathering, the superior
yeah.
trading card. So I opened up a box of Bloomborough probably about 4 or 5 months ago at this point, unfortunately. And I pulled out this little dude here. His name is Phineas. He's an ace archer. This is the coolest version of him that you can get. It's got raised gold foil on it. So if you feel it with your hand, that's actually raised. It's not inlaid on the card. It's like an actual raised thing. It's got a cool little anime art style on it. Awesome foil and all that things. And, ladies and
the grade?
gentlemen, It came back as a 10. So
Okay, so is it like if you touch your fingers over the gold part, it's a 9?
No, I mean you can give it a little wipe down, but you just want to make sure it's in good shape. But fun facts about this card: this is one of 20 10s in the world, so that's awesome. Love that I have a low population 10 card in my hand. The other fun fact about this is going to be a new commander for a deck that I'm going to build. So in commander, you don't put your main commander into your deck, so it can be in a slab. You can still play that on the table because everyone knows what your commander is because everyone can see it at all points in time. So
cool.
it's a new kind of thing that some people are doing. Yeah, that's commander. That's what we played.
Gotcha.
So it's a new version people are doing called slab commanders. So yeah, there's my slab commander. Got the best version of him. Pulled him myself, and I'm gonna build a deck around him. And I'm very excited about that. So yeah, those are the 2 pieces I picked up. I got more coming in later this week. There is a 7 card order that finally got finished grading by PSA. It literally took, I want to say, 2.5 months to finish up, so that one was annoying. And I got PSA'd on that order, and you'll see what I mean when I show them off on the show. But let's keep moving on, boys. You got anything else you want to get into before we call it quits on the main show tonight?
Oh man, go ahead,
So
Brando.
much. I know there was so much.
There was so much, but we talked about you guys playing for an hour and a half. So let's tell stories. This is a podcast. Entertain.
Something that Hatch was doing quite a bit to people was the like what you started to do with Cedar on the plane, right?
Oh my god, dude, it is the funniest shit ever. Like Cedar. So all right, me and Brando are in like. We got like A59, like 60, you know what I'm saying? So we're at like the back of A, but we're going on the plane first, right? Cedar's like B7. So he's coming in. You okay there, buddy?
Did you knock a light over?
All right.
Yeah,
all
you
right.
did.
So Cedar's like right behind us, but like, maybe like 7 people behind us. So we see him coming. As soon as he gets close, I'm like, oh my God, is that Chris Cedar? Oh my God, I am a huge fan, dude. Holy shit. Let me shake your hand, sir. And dude, it is amazing because the reactions that people will give us, they're like, oh my God, is this guy famous? And then Cedar's like, oh, only to them, but it's just it's a good way to get everybody's adrenaline going.
Again, another one of these things that if Hatch does that to me while I'm standing in the middle of an airplane, I will find the nearest and quickest way I can kill myself. I am not joking. Hatch, I would actually be physically upset with you at that point. Like, the people doing that shit to me, that is my worst nightmare, because especially on a plane, I do not want to fucking stand out. I want to sit in my seat, I want to get off, I want to grab my bag, and I want to go to wherever the fuck I'm going in life. God damn. I would be so upset with you, Hatch. It would be the type of anger where we would land and I would still be carrying it. I would be waiting until I could get to a point where I could yell at you for what you just did to me.
God, you're
Holy
overreacting.
shit. No, I'm not. Because you're the only person who is okay with that. If someone did it to you,
everybody
you
else
would love it.
Everybody else was doing it.
No, but if someone did it to you, you would love it. And that's the thing. So you assume that everyone else would love it. No, people like me would hate that.
No, I don't love it. I hate when people do it to me.
So why do you do it to others? Why do you do it to others?
I think it's the part that I think the part of it is that it's
you want to inflict
funny
psychological embarrassment on them as well.
It's because all of us are there.
No,
right? So we're all
it's
like,
not
oh my
funny.
God, let's all shake your hand. So we're
there's
all like
other
clapping
human
our hands.
beings around you that also have to live lives and see the things that you are putting them through.
Yeah, but they're not as
But
interesting.
yeah, they're NPCs, so whatever.
I'm not saying I didn't say NPCs. I said not as interesting.
They're human goddamn beings.
That's okay. They're not as interesting.
What the fuck type of Vine kick mindset is that? Where you're like, my life's more interesting, so I can make someone
No, I'm
uncomfortable.
not saying my life. I'm not saying my
What?
life is more. I'm not saying my life is more
You
interesting.
literally just
I'm saying
said they're not as interesting.
in that moment, because obviously I'm making somebody more interesting. I'm making my friend more interesting. I think you are blowing this up. I think you are going crazy
I
over
can't.
this.
Okay.
Everybody had a great time. Everybody thought it was so funny.
I would
Rob
hate
Velez
that
thought it was
personally.
funny.
Rob Velez and Tim Brusselback thought it was so fucking funny
Yeah,
when I
at
did it to
the
them in
event?
Chipotle. No,
No, at Chipotle.
Okay. But again, that's not on an airplane. Like, that's where I would die. I would absolutely hate that.
Why? You're never gonna see those people ever again.
No, I just got to sit next to them for 4.5 hours. Will they wonder if I'm a famous person and start taking photos of me so they can text their friends when they land and ask if I'm famous? Like, these are what people do.
I don't
that's
think
what people
anybody
would do.
took photo. I don't think anybody took
No,
photos
because
of
they
us.
would
We
be
are
like,
not anywhere
they
near
would
that
be like,
important.
no, because they would be like 100%. They'd be like, who the fuck? Who is this guy? Fucking Jim, have you seen that person before? And then text their friends and be like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm not even saying it would go out places. I'm just saying I don't want to
Holy
be...
shit, that's Ryan from the Sidelines. Oh my fucking god.
Hatch, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be known. I put my hood up. I try to fucking be as invisible as a 6'4" man could be. It's not very much, but I goddamn try.
I think
Brandon has an easier job at that.
I think you're missing the point.
Dude, I try to stand out, and I still get looked over. God damn it.
Do you want to switch, Brando?
Yeah.
No, Brando had a pretty good counter because when I did it to Brando, he goes, where? And I'm like, oh my god, is that Brando Baird? He goes, oh my god, where? You know, he played along very, very well. That's the best counter to it for sure.
That's a good one.
So, but man, it was so much fun doing it with like when all of us met at the airport and then we started doing it to each other. Oh man, that was so funny.
I
But,
feel like it's
yeah.
a you had to be there type of thing.
You know, probably because you seem to be hating it.
I don't find the humor in it. I'm not a big fan of like in public type humor like that anyways, but that's just, I don't know, that's my sense of humor anyways. Fucking YouTube ruined me, bro. It was all the fucking dudes wearing, you know, pajamas and then running up to someone with a thing that says a bomb is activated and then running away.
What the
just
fuck?
Like, I'm just like, let's not make fun of people in public. Like, let's just let people be people.
That's why I only make fun of my friends.
Fair. No, that's fair. Yeah, that's a good line to ride.
I know they
respect
can.
that, at
I know
least.
they can take it.
Yeah, but they probably don't want it either.
Yeah. Luckily, that's just part of being
Yeah,
on a
good
team
for
with
you.
me.
That's,
Yeah, there's a
that's,
reason
that's
I
part of the
left.
friendship.
I had
part
to
of
put
the
a couple
friendship, you
thousand
know?
miles in between because I love you, Hatch, but goddamn, you have a way to make people uncomfortable in public, and it's gives me the
But the
creepers.
thing is, it is known, and it is a fact that I'm known for breaking people out of their shells. That is a fact.
Yeah,
Like a
just
Brando.
because you make it so embarrassing that it's like, well, at this point, fuck, okay, just gotta get into it.
There we go. I worked on Brando.
Now I show my butt a lot.
Yeah, he does.
Brandon,
I
I hope
see
you
it a
know
lot.
that is technically a felony.
Whatever.
Like,
Gives
I
a
know it's
fuck.
not, no one really gives a fuck, but that is technically a felony to expose your anus in front of people in public settings.
report you to the Woodford police.
I'm not reporting you. I'm just saying, be mindful of who's around you when you do it, at least, you know?
are.
There's some collateral damage. Sorry.
There's some collats
Whatever.
sometimes. Yeah, it happens.
Whatever. It is what it is.
Some
But,
civilians get harmed in the shots. It's okay.
Yeah, maybe. A little bit.
But again,
That's okay.
federal crime, just make sure there's no cop present. All right? That's all I'm going to say. Just for your
There
own
we
good,
go.
okay, buddy?
I look both ways.
Okay, I'll fine.
Okay.
Fine.
All right. That's a fair compromise. No jail time for Brandon. That's fair.
Yeah, I'm getting turned out if that. Oh fuck!
Yeah, you are going to be someone's bitch, bro. You're literally at dick level for most of those guys.
Look at me.
Look, yes, I know. That's what we were just saying.
Handsome as hell.
Yeah, damn straight.
Yeah.
Well, not. I was more so saying you were small, but okay. I'm glad you took it that
Saying
way.
I got a pretty mouth.
Again, not words that came through my mouth, but out of yours, which is a little more concerning.
Yeah, I got a Polaroid
Right,
of Brando.
okay.
I got a
Michelle
Polaroid of
Pexton, I
Brando,
feel
bro.
like.
That makes me feel like fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm like, dude, let me take some pictures. You know, dude, I remember it vividly. Me
I'm
and
scared.
Brando were doing laundry.
I'm
I have
actively scared now.
I have my Polaroid. I'd turn around the corner, snap a picture. I'm like, that one felt weird to take.
Yeah, I don't know if I was just in my underwear or no, I was in some shorts, but that's all I was
Okay.
wearing. Yeah, he was.
I was like,
So Hatch
I
is
was like,
holding
let
on
me
to
take
a
some
photo of
pictures.
Brando in his underwear. Okay. Love that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking funny. But you know, it's
fucking funny.
just typical DMG shit.
You know, fair enough. I can't argue that. And on that goddamn note, let's fucking get out of here, boys. We got a post show to record, which we were gonna get away in just a second here, but we got to finish up this show. So to do so, we need a couple things. Brandon, do you have a cool guy of the week?
I do. I don't have a link. This dude, cool guy of the week. It's gonna
You
go
gotta
out
explain
to. I know. Our newest teammate, Aaron Brock.
Yes.
Aaron
I like
Brock
this.
was our rock for
Brock the
the tournament.
Rock.
This was his first tournament with us. You know, he played back in the day, close with our coach Chim, really close with Paul. Yeah, and
He's
brought
coming back
him
into
on.
it, and he's very rusty, but he's learning very, very fast.
Yes, and he's down for the grind. You know, he's in it 100%. Coming into his first semi-pro event, he wasn't expecting any playtime, right? Because he's not necessarily up to our level.
He was expecting it 100%. In his head, he was.
No, dude, genuinely, I tried.
I'm joking.
I tried. There were I was like, all right, boys. Friday night, I'm like, boys, we need to go out there and fucking dick slap these teams so we can get Aaron a motherfucking point. Because if we go up 4-0, I want to make sure he gets a point.
And we
I
were
said that in
on the
meeting.
verge, but the point that we lost against NYX, that fucked it up for him. And then the next point that we won, it was a very sloppy point that we won. So like the mercy point that we ended up winning on was it was like a fix the issues kind of thing. So that
also
that was on us not getting him points.
When we were up 4-0 on Project X, I was like, all right, Jim, put him in. And
Project X.
He goes, you know what? Last time I did that with the new guy, we choked. I'm not doing that. So sure as shit, he didn't do it. I mean, good call on his part. If I'm being honest, that's a good way to be a coach.
But like, despite all that, of course he was bummed out, right? It was like, fuck, not even one. Again, we fucked it up for him, but he was still bummed. But even on that, like, we didn't have any pit crew. It was just us. There was no girls team. There was no divisional team. Like, we were on our own pit crew. Him and Bo were our main
two-man ops.
Two-man ops, yes. And not only that, like, he's keeping us focused when all of a sudden, like, now chatter and like we're having fun and not like focusing on the game. We're watching film. Like he like, hey, everyone, like this is the teams that we're gonna compete against tomorrow. Like, they're doing this shit. Like, we got to do this shit. He's giving us pep talks, like getting us fired up. And you haven't necessarily had anyone that was forced to ride the bench, but was
So
it 100%,
involved.
So involved, yes.
Right, and he got to the point to where, when you get a new guy on the team, a lot of the times some people are like, all right, it's a new guy. Like, I don't know if I really respect his opinion until he proves himself. It was way different with Aaron Brock. We genuinely listened to him, and he had a lot of constructive criticism, and he's obviously a guy whose opinion we respect, which, hundreds of people have tried to fill those shoes, right, on our team. And, I would say right now he's doing a decent job of doing it. He's definitely advancing at a higher level than what other people are, for sure. So I'm very proud of Aaron Brock.
So
Nice.
Aaron Brock.
Aaron
Cool
Brock,
guy
suck
of
their
the
cock.
week.
I mean, be the Rock.
There you go. Cash code word of the week.
All right, code word of the week. Let me fucking scoot on over yonder. It is good to be back, ladies and gentlemen, and it's crazy because I'm going to be gone this weekend again. So, but podcast ain't going to know that because I'll be right here again. It's going to feel good. So good to be back.
I swear to
home
God,
again.
your last 3 code words have been about travel and being home and fucking on the road again. And yeah, you've been in a
The
travel
problem
mindset.
is the problem is the fucking travel. The travel and the code words. I need to somehow separate those.
Yeah, separate them from your brand. Give me a nice bookies code word or something next week. Some bussies
You
or
got it.
something like that. That'd be great.
Let's go.
Not exactly that one. I didn't just give you the code word, so you still gotta do your job. All right, that's all I ask from you is about 30
won't even
seconds
use
of
that
writing something on a whiteboard.
It
You
takes
got
less
it.
than 30 seconds.
I gave you more credit than you needed. All right, boys. Well, make sure you rate the podcast. Go ahead and rate and subscribe on whatever platform you're listening to. The reason I ask every week is because it helps us out. It takes about 10 seconds of your time. It's free to do, and it makes us look better in the algorithm. So more people are going to listen and hear the show, which we would greatly appreciate. Make sure you join us on the Patreon as well. We're just about to get into our post show, which is just about an extra 30 minutes to, sometimes it can go longer, that we do on the Patreon side only. So it's paywall only content. We let some more opinions fly over there. We let it get a little more spicy. So those only live behind the paywall on patreon.com/Mafia_Productions. And then lastly, we got our sponsors. Head over to Liquid IV. Use promo code Mafia_Moffitt. Save 20% off and get free shipping with them. NECTR.energy. Head over there. Promo code MafiaProductions. Buy 2, get 1 free. And last but not least, Wilt's Clothing. Promo code FTS over over at their site, weltsclothing.com. Great job, Brando. You timed that one perfectly. Very proud of you for that.
Thanks, sir.
That was a great
Aye, aye,
performance. Well, boys, with this, let's go ahead. Let's jump on out of this show and jump on into the post show. What do you say?
I'm down.
Let's do it.
Well, for Brandon Brando, Baird, for Stephen Hatch, my name is Ryan Mafia Moffat. This has been From the Sidelines, episode number 137. We will see you guys on the next one. Hatch, do that thing you do.
Bye.
We will see you guys later.